So go to fun.gooutdoorsflorida.com. Then plan your escape. Because fishing is a great way to connect with family, friends, and of course, nature. Your fishing license is just a few clicks away. Order yours today at fun.gooutdoorsflorida.com and enjoy all the fishing, fun, and Florida you deserve.
At Fifth Third Bank, we give you free checking, never have hidden fees, and help protect your identity.
Wow, really?
Yep. See, our name equals 166.7%. So we put in that much effort.
Well, my name's Jim, so I guess I'm headed to the gym. And I'm going to put in 166.7% effort, too.
Oh, I'm proud of you.
No one's ever been proud of me.
This is banking a Fifth Third better. Fifth Third Bank, National Association member FDIC.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Preventive maintenance on all brands, and that saves you money and can detect an upcoming breakdown. Visit millsair.com.
I'm Martin Hoke, the inventor of Navage Nasal Care, and I love Navage. I've told you about how your nose is the body's air filter, that Navage's powered suction will help flush out allergens, viruses, mucus, and germs, and that Navage will help you breathe better. But what do other people say about Navage? Like Ricardo, quote, "This is one of the greatest inventions ever. I know this may sound like I'm exaggerating, but this sucker is amazing. The first time I did it, I couldn't believe what came out of my sinuses. I could breathe with ease. My wife just bought one too. Thank you for this product," unquote. He's one of over 100,000 online reviews praising Navage, the all-natural solution trusted by over 3 million people to help you breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier without drugs. Navage is available at Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, Target, Rite Aid, and online. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E, clean nose, healthy life.
Hey shoppers, this is your local farmer letting you know that Florida watermelon is in season and available in the produce section right now. Whoa, hey, careful now. There's plenty of juicy watermelon and other tasty Florida-grown produce for everyone. I mean, all you have to do is ask for Fresh from Florida or look for the sunny Fresh from Florida logo while you shop. We're going to need a lot more help at checkout.
FAS Windows and Doors is the company to use to make your house feel better and look better. You know what they can do? Get rid of those single pane aluminum frame windows and get you double insulated vinyl windows. That'll save you money, make your AC work less, make your house look better and feel better. And I tell you, man, they can do it for you fast. Their showroom, easy to find. Fairbanks and I-4, slide in, pick out the windows that you love, have them installed by their pros, and your house will never, ever be the same. And they can even do that for you in the door as well. Book your consultation today easily at faswd.com.
At Morgan & Morgan, the fee is free. You don't pay us anything unless we win your case.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman & Lind Studios. Why Kaufman & Lind? Because clients and character matter. Contact them at whenyounitus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. The News Junkie is on. The three best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day. The News Junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and Sealing.
It is Friday, June 2nd, 2023. Lots to get to today, from Biden takes a tumble to Apple is about to drop a new device and a new invention will change football forever. Plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Hey there, Sabrina.
Hello.
Hello, Sealand.
Access denied.
And hello to you. You can join us on the show today. All you need to do is send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com to do that now. You can also watch the show on YouTube and twitch.tv/The News Junkie. Your messages rolling right into the studio in real time, and this never happens. I can't believe it's happening. You know, we got a last-minute message to the show right before we started things here today. I looked in that weird emergency inbox we have.
Oh, emergency at thenewsjunkie.com?
Yes, right there. We were going to delete that, but it's still there. And there was a last-minute message from the sandbag that tripped Joe Biden. Let's see what it says.
Have a great Friday, you mother.
We did it, everybody! We made our way through Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday has arrived. Pat yourself on the back. You done well. Enjoy your weekend. We're going to have some fun today. How's everybody doing on a Friday?
I'm ready for the weekend.
Me too. Yes. Yeah. Been a weird week. A lot of stuff going on, and absolutely ready for the weekend as well. We got many, many things to go through today, and we hope to hear from you with some great dispatches. But first, as always, let's put our ear to the ground, our fingers on the pulse. Or ears, rather. We can put both of them to the ground.
Can we?
No, actually, we can't. It's physically
one
impossible. One ear to the ground, our finger on the pulse. Let's see what's happening in this great, big, wide world of ours. And we go to the Scripps National Spelling Bee.
Oh, yeah.
And Dev Shaw was the winner. Big surprise. An Indian kid took it again. The Indians are just superior in every way at spelling compared to everybody else out there.
Yeah, but at least really suck at spelling.
Yeah, I wouldn't have won.
At least this year, you can't make that stupid joke like, well, they got to be good at spelling to spell their names because this kid's name is Dev Shaw.
That's an easy one. But the word he had to spell to win things was...
Sounds like a comedian's name.
Samophile.
Oh, okay. Let's do it first.
I'm looking at it, so that it's going to be a cheat for me. But trust me on this.
Do you feel confident?
I'm being as honest as I can.
All three of us can see it, Sabrina.
I can't see it. I haven't looked. I swear to God, I haven't looked.
Let's look forward.
So I'm going to be the only one that seems like an idiot.
Now, please don't ask me to use it in a sentence because I've never heard of this word before in my life.
I'll use it in a sentence. Sabrina, how do you spell samophile?
That's all you get.
Samophile, S.
Mm-hmm.
A.
Wrong.
No, it's P-S-A-M-M.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I would have never got. This little kid drills it. And this little kid at one point was like, I'm thinking about dropping out. There's a lot of pressure, a lot of stress. But he did it anyhow.
If you spell this next word correctly, we will declare you the 2023.
Why would they say that?
No
right
pressure.
Before?
I know, that is kind of weird. They're like, if you don't, you will be a loser and never go to college.
On national television.
Everyone will make fun of you for not being able to spell samophile. Yeah, they're like, if you get this.
If you spell this next word correctly, we will declare you the 2023 National Spelling Bee champion.
You got this, buddy. He's just dead staring.
Also, those signs.
Big sigh of relief.
Samo meaning fan Greek.
I'm sorry. They have now the, what is it called? The,
like
the
lower
bottom
third graphic?
Lower third.
Like he's a football player? It's
Yes.
like Dev Shaw, age 14, Largo, Florida, 8th grade.
Partner, SNSB, Region 1B.
Morgan Fitzgerald Middle School is where he hails from. He already seems to know the word because he's like, it's Greek, this and that.
Wait a second.
Samo meaning fan Greek.
Yes.
File meaning lover Greek.
You're on the right.
Damn, this kid is smart as a whip.
All the information.
Samophile is a noun from Greek. A samophile is an organism that prefers or thrives in sandy soils or areas.
Never heard this word before.
Samophile, may you please have the sentence?
Any samophile, for example a cactus, would flourish in the Arizona desert.
Come on, buddy.
Okay,
Samophile.
I'm sorry, really quick. To get the example sentence or the root of it, would that change if it's PH or S?
He seemed to know already. I guess the only clue is like, because I would never ask this, but they say, what's the origin? And they said Greek. And so
that would make it PH.
I think that's where you get it from, but I don't know. This is like high level stuff, even though these are little kids answering this stuff.
Samophile.
Samophile.
Do it, man.
SAMMOPHILE. Samophile. That is correct.
You got it, man. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And the crowd goes wild. They drop all the confetti on him, and he wins. My God. honest to God.
He's going to get, so laid when he's old enough.
We're going to show this video to everybody and be like, look at me go. But when I saw this, like the first round of words I would have missed out on. and I can spell pretty well, and I can write pretty well.
I can't.
But I
physically cannot write.
Penmanship wise.
No, not penmanship wise, but like if I have a computer in front of me,
Yeah.
I can spell pretty well and I can write pretty well, even without spell check.
I can write
I can't
well.
do these.
I cannot spell well, but I feel like a little part of me has light dyslexia. And then when it comes to reading words, full dyslexia.
And I would also have started with an S, just for the record. Samophile would have been
Well,
an
that or would have
S-A-M.
been PH.
Yeah, not
Samophile.
PSAMMOPHILE, a word you'll never hear after right now. You'll never hear that word again. Let's go over to the President of the United States of America.
Who is not a Samophile.
He is not a Samophile, no. He is the president, though, and he was at this big event with a bunch of Marines. And as he was walking away, apparently there was, I wanted to call it a bean bag, but it's one of those bags like you would use to hold down a sign on the ground.
A sandbag.
So it was like a sandbag, like a larger bean bag thing. And it was on the ground, and as Biden was walking away, oh no. Oh! They got to help him up. And watch how he points at the beanbag, the sandbag. He's like, damn. That's man. He's like, that's what did me in right
put
there.
that there?
The culprit.
I know he's saying it too. He's like, who put that there? I'm going to find you and you're fired, whoever it was. Biden took a tumble there at that event. He addressed it afterwards, said he's doing fine. He's all right.
I think he said he got sandbagged.
Yes. Yeah, he got a response all ready to go.
Hey.
And then President Trump addressed the situation, former President Trump. He was at a speech, and this is new to me, okay? I don't know if I'm familiar with this network. You guys know the cast-off networks like Newsmax.
Yeah.
Sure.
OAN is one of the other ones. I think there might be some other ones. This is RSBN. And I know this is visual, but for those of you who are watching the show today on YouTube and twitch.tv/The News Junkie, just watch some of the graphics when former President Trump addresses Biden falling. Because the stuff they pop up on the screen is parody-like.
Is this on cable?
No, I think it might be on some networks. Look at the screen. This is their network. It says
the Trumpinator.
The Trumpinator, a figurine. It says it's for sale. He'll be back. The Trumpinator. Get this limited edition bobblehead. Text Trump to the number. All over the screen. I'm like, oh my God.
He did? Stupid.
So they just said Biden fell.
He just fell on what stage?
On what stage?
Oh, where was it?
Also, why is that woman
He's
have her
at the
hand
Air
up?
Force Academy.
She's waiting to ask some question, I guess.
Hello?
He actually fell down? Well, I hope he wasn't hurt. I hope he wasn't hurt.
They're laughing.
But the whole thing is, look, the whole thing is crazy. You got to be careful about that. You got to be careful about that because
Great advice.
You don't want that. Even if you have to tiptoe down a ramp, you got to.
Because he
What's
got
that
blocked
in
for
reference
that.
to?
Like
He had an event that he went to, and he said the ramp was slippery, and he was like, somebody was holding his arm, and he was tiptoeing. President Trump, former President Trump was. And so he's referencing that.
Oh.
So I guess he didn't want to bag on him immediately, but.
You don't want to fall, you got to use the tiptoes.
Look how insane the screen is, man. That's so bizarre to me.
All right. Well, Sean and my birthday already passed.
Yeah,
So
see, you
guess
want that
what
bobblehead?
Lane's getting?
Get that set up next to you here in the studio. Okay.
It's not worth what the NFT was.
Yeah, no. That was a good win for you there. So there it is. We got a lot to dive into on a Friday. Biden's doing okay. He joked about this. He did, as Sabrina said, say he got sandbagged. And we also learned that Billy Joel, one of C. Lane's favorites, is going to end his record-breaking concert series at Madison Square Garden.
No.
You're going to do it in 2024. July 2024 is the last one. And
right.
C-Lane, I know they said you might be thinking about trying to go to this. One of these
Not
things.
the last one, because that'll be impossible.
One of them, though. There's like a whole... He does one a month, right? Yeah. And
he's been doing one a month since... It's probably in that story, but I want to say 2014.
Wow.
yes, January
So-
2014.
Yeah.
So
for the longest time.
that is a long time, yes. And they said it's the most consecutive performances by any artist at this residency that he's been doing. And then they're going to have a banner that they leave in the Madison Square Garden rafters.
I mean, he already has a banner.
Yeah,
he has a banner for in 1 year, I think, and he sold out like 12 straight shows.
Isn't that wild,
Double
man?
banner.
That is crazy to me.
The weird part is like, so when you think of an arena having a home sports team, they refer to Billy Joel as like their home musician.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
So like all right, the Knicks play there. and whoever else, I don't know what hockey team plays there, and Billy Joel.
Have you been there to Madison Square Garden? Have you been
I have
there?
not been inside.
I walked by it.
Is it big, or is it because it's in Manhattan? So like, I wonder how it couldn't be like full arena.
It's a huge, it's a full size arena
building.
Yeah, it's like a complex.
Yeah.
Okay, because I've heard other people playing smaller rooms there too, so that makes more sense. Actually,
yeah, there are, but like, it doesn't feel like it's a huge place just because everything around it is so much bigger.
Right.
So it's there.
Plus, this guy, my God, man. Can you imagine the life he's been living? He has houses all over the place. I think he has one in Florida, in fact.
He just sold his New York home.
Did he?
Or he
just
put
sold
it on sale.
He just sold a New York home.
Because he had one in like Martha's Vineyard where all the rich people live or somewhere near there. And a helicopter would arrive when he was doing this monthly show at Madison Square Garden, pick him up. He would get in the helicopter. It would fly him to Madison Square Garden.
Well, that's the one at the Middle Sea, the one that he just put on the market.
Mhm.
That one had the helipad.
That's wild.
It wasn't Martha's Vineyard, although I'm sure
it's like some rich ass neighborhood
I'm sure
over there.
if you're in the vicinity of Manhattan, where a helicopter trip will take you where you need to go, I'm sure any of his houses would have had helipads.
I want to go into one of those houses.
Yeah, I would like to.
I really, really do.
Just a little personal tour with Billy
I
Joel.
won't take any pictures. I won't even talk about it, but let me just look inside.
All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to get to you. Your dispatches are already rolling in on a Friday. We're going to have some fun with you, and we're going to learn some things today because, first of all, there's an app that you can use. A lot of people are doing this. The app is losing millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars to give you deals. And I want to tell you about this. Not an ad, none of that. Plus, Jeffrey Epstein. New files released about Jeffrey Epstein. And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Sure, you could use it to work out.
Are you ready to work together to create a healthier life?
Or you could just say, Alexa, play Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Watch out for bumper-to-bumper traffic due to an accident on Florida's Turnpike heading northbound before mile marker 275. Traffic is backed up to State Road 50, Colonial Drive, and the right shoulder's blocked. There's slowdowns due to an accident on I-4 eastbound at Conroy Road. You can expect delays due to an accident on Maitland Boulevard heading eastbound at State Road 429. See traffic troubles? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. At Lowe's, we're bringing pros more ways to save. Right now, get the new and exclusive Little Giant A-Frame 6-foot stepladder for an everyday low price of $129.98. Lowe's knows pros. Selection varies by location while supplies last. See sales associate for details, excluding Alaska, Hawaii.
One of my favorite things about that mortgage guy, Don, from thatmortgageguyDon.com is the fact that he's part of the Real Radio family. That's right. Every Saturday morning right here on Real Radio 104.1, you can listen to the Home Loans Radio Show. And Don and his crew, they're answering your questions live. They're pulling back the curtain on the mortgage business. They're explaining the real mortgage process to you because, wait for it, he wants you to know how it works. He has your best interest in mind. Now, that mortgage guy, Don, he's a mortgage broker. He's not a corner bank or retail lender. And that means that mortgage guy, Don, has direct access to wholesale lenders that consumers do not. And I hate to break it to you, but chances are very good that you're leaving money on the table. So let that mortgage guy, Don, get the money off the table and back in your hands where it belongs. If you have a quote already, don't worry. You get a free fast quote review at thatmortgageguyDon.com. Hit the compare button and upload your quote to review, and he's going to let you know if you can get a better deal. Plain and simple. No spam, no hassle, just peace of mind. Go to thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Ready to do this.
Get ready. Our iHeartRadio Music Festival is back.
This festival is insane to bring all these different types of music together.
Can you believe all the artists performing?
And this year, you'll be able to watch live on Hulu.
The biggest stars from all walks of music.
Be here as our 2023 iHeartRadio Music Festival lineup is revealed. Tuesday morning at 8 a.m.
At SimpliSafe, we design award-winning security to protect every inch of your home. It's easy to set up yourself, and now there's an even easier option. Have an expert do it for you with SimpliSafe Pro Install. Always protecting, never a contract. 2 easy installation options, backed by 24/7 professional monitoring for less than $1 a day. Get 20% off any new system with Fast Protect monitoring at simplysafe.com/radio. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
Here at the Almond Joy Factory, where tropical vibes abound, we use soft, fresh-tasting coconut.
The crunchiest almonds and delicious chocolate candy.
Ah, but do you know what our most important ingredient is? Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Sometimes you don't.
Almond Joy's got nuts and something even way better than that. Yes, Almond Joy is made with almonds and joy.
With the Autio app riding shotgun, every road trip is an adventure.
Autio is my traveling companion. It's educational, entertaining, funny. It makes the drive come to life.
The Autio app automatically plays you stories about the natural wonders, local legends, and fascinating histories outside your car window, with over 10,000 unique stories from coast to coast.
I've learned more about my hometown from the Autio app than I did growing up here.
Autio, the perfect companion for your next road trip. Learn more at autio.com.
Orlando's best comedy room is safely open. The Orlando Improv welcomes Godfrey on June 2nd and June 3rd.
I was born in Nebraska.
Like I had a choice. You know, like I could come out my mom and say, oh, sorry, Mom, I want to be born in Brooklyn. Tickets and showtime online at theimprovorlando.com. Come for the comedy. We can all use a little laugh. The Improv is hiring for all evening positions. Line cook, cocktail servers, and wait staff. We cater to top talent and the best locals in the Central Florida area. Please call 407-408-5233 or email for open interviews.
At Fifth Third Bank, we give you free checking, never have hidden fees, and help protect your identity.
Oh, really?
Yep. See, our name equals 166.7%, so we put in that much effort.
Well, my name's Jim, so I guess I'm headed to the gym, and I'm gonna put in 166.7% effort too.
Oh, I'm proud of you.
No one's ever been proud of me.
This is banking a Fifth Third better. Fifth Third Bank, National Association member FDIC.
Hey Magic fans, when you're heading out to the Amway Center or anytime you're away from your business, commercial, or residential property, or you have a special event and you want to be sure that you're well protected, contact American Protection Services and Investigations, proud partner of the Orlando Magic. For a full list of our security services, dial 833-4APSI. Over 30 years in the business, your safety is our top priority because your business is our business.
I'm back, and look at all the fresh from Florida produce I brought home.
Fresh from Florida produce is fresh as fresh can get.
It's refreshing to know that locally grown fresh from Florida produce is available year-round.
Well, that's a breath of fresh air.
Look for Fresh from Florida where you shop.
This is for the men who never settle, the ones who believe only quitters end a game and a tie, the type of guys who choose the bar with the biggest TVs to overcompensate for theirs at home. This is the Lodge mentality. This is Twin Peaks.
Now open in Daytona.
Hi, I'm Pastor Jeff Shreve, and I invite you to follow me as we pursue wisdom and peace through Pray.com's new podcast, Weekly Wisdom. Every week, we will embark on a journey through the Bible to discover encouraging truths and wisdom to last a lifetime. The Bible says wisdom is like a teacher standing at the gate, calling for us to hear her words before it's too late. Will you answer that call? Listen to Weekly Wisdom with Pastor Jeff Shreve on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
And do it while you can, because I don't know how long this company's going to last. This is not an advertisement. I just saw that this was becoming a huge deal. I talked to Sabrina about this yesterday, actually. And I think you said you had heard of this, too.
What, the Avatar fleshlights?
No, not that. No, I'm not buying that. I'm not buying that. Yeah.
Oh, I got it for you for your birthday.
I got more research to do on those. But Temu is the name of the app.
Oh, Temu. See, they have always popped up on my Instagram targeted ads. I will say, and saying it out loud will make it even worse for me, I love the Amazon targeted ads. One, it's hilarious to see what they think I love.
Right.
And then two, there's a lot of products in which I will scroll through and add to my wish list.
Yeah, they get tons of stuff that gets
But I
me.
see this Temu all the time, and it like screams sketchy to me.
Right, it seems a little weird because everything's so cheap. Everything
Right.
is so
It's the new
cheap.
Wish.
And but I tried it out. So
And you got the product.
I haven't gotten it yet. It takes a little while. It takes longer than like Amazon or something. But they are losing like millions of dollars trying to give people the best deals that they possibly can right now. And so I'm hoping.
This sounds like a situation that favors me.
Yes, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm hoping we can like make a little run for it here and get as much stuff as we can.
Temu.
Yeah, TEMU.
So what's the-
Do I have to do it with an app or can I do it like a Temu.com kind of deal?
I don't know if you could. I don't know.
When you
I used
ordered from
I
it.
used the app. I downloaded the app because I saw it was like top app in the App Store. And I don't know if they have the website. I would imagine that they do.
But how does it work? Do you have to have like a bank of Temu coins and then use that?
No, straight up, like you could use PayPal.
Like
you can use-
Amazon.
Yeah, just like that. Here's what the article from Wired says. 8 makeup brushes for less than $1 with free international shipping is
Less
surely
than $1.
too good to be true. But in the lightning deals section of Temu, this is where the insane stuff is happening. The prices are all unbelievable. 50 hairbands for $1.17, 10 pairs of socks for $3.87.
50 hairbands?
6 lip bombs for 97 cents. Beware, they say Temu is owned by the Chinese tech giant PDD. So
they'll be banned in Florida soon.
Could get banned, but it says it has exploded onto the top of the U.S. App Store since it launched last September, targeting cash-strapped Americans with cheap, unbranded products shipped directly from Guangzhou, China. In just 7 months, their app has been downloaded 50 million times. And here's the craziness, all right? This is why you jump on it while you can.
The website immediately screams sketchy.
Does it? I mean,
yes, I have a spin to win $100 coupon
yeah.
bundle.
They
Come
do
on.
And I won it.
Did you?
I won
They do a
$100.
lot of pop-ups like that. It says the reason
All right, I'm
prices
spinning.
on Temu seem impossibly low is that they are.
Huh.
Did you win too?
I won $100.
Wait,
What a
hold on. Did it do the thing where you thought you
were winning
you get
20?
and then it rolled back?
Okay.
It's almost like it's the same thing every time.
Sean, I'm just going to send you links. We'll go through your account.
But the reason prices on Temu seem impossibly low is that they are. An analysis of the company's supply chain costs by Wired, confirmed by a company insider, shows Temu is losing an average of $30 for every order that goes through the app, as it throws money at trying to break into the American market. So they're not making money off this. Every person who orders, on average, they lose $30 on it. And so I ordered.
Yeah, right.
I ordered these little things for these little stuffed animal things for the shelves in the studio.
Stuffed animals?
It's like they're cute little things. It's
Teddy
hard to
bears. You
explain.
ordered teddy
It's
bears.
They're not teddy bears. They're like
Beanie Babies.
They look like little potted plants, and they were fun looking, and I liked them. And I go, these are like $8 or something for 3 of these things, and so I ordered it, and I don't know what's going to happen. It's supposed to come this next week here.
So I'm here on the website. It says Father's Day.
Mm-hmm.
Then it says take a cue from this stylish lot.
Yeah.
Nothing to do with fathers, but some of these pictures look like these women are taking them without
Without
having any control of it. Like it's almost sad.
like
they go
there's-
back into the basement.
There's
afterwards.
not a smile on their faces in the product photos.
You tell me.
They said this company is losing tons of money, but right now I'm like, let me see what I can get out of this before, I don't know if they change things or it gets more expensive.
Have you heard of the Shein?
Yes.
Shein?
I don't know how to say it, but I've
Shein?
heard of that, yes.
So that is also a big one. Reminds me of Temu very much, where it is stylish clothing.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of styles in which I've seen on Amazon.
Super cheap, though, right?
Very cheap.
Yeah.
And it takes a while. And then there are very funny videos on TikTok in which people order one thing and then ends up
Well,
much
that's
like
what I'm
your
hoping
wish.
doesn't happen. I'm hoping it doesn't end up that way, and we'll see what comes next week when I ordered this thing. But I'm like, damn, you could really go for it here. Eric on YouTube says I got a fake pair of Costa sunglasses from that site. They got a lot. Daniel said I used it and got a backpack, decent quality. It's just
all very random stuff, though.
It's super random and it's so cheap. Everything is like $1, $2, $3. Like the really cheap stuff.
I'm looking, like, front row is a microfiber Venetian blind cleaner,
Mhm.
in which it's just for those old school office blinds.
Right.
That you have a brush that goes in between each blind.
It's very specific
Well, I'm like,
stuff.
I kind of want that.
We'll see. Tanya on YouTube says, my son got a really nice sling backpack from Temu. It was really good quality, had a lock on it. It was only $11. And
How long did it take to get to your house?
It takes a while because I ordered this like at the end of last week, I think. So I think it takes like a week and a half or something to get to you. And I'm just waiting to see how it goes from here. So we'll see how they do. But that's exploded in popularity.
Riddle me this. You've used Alibaba a bunch. Can you find the same kind of products on Alibaba, but in bulk?
Yes. That's the difference between the two, it seems.
So they're doing Alibaba prices for one
thing.
item.
You don't have to buy, like, if you haven't heard of Alibaba, you go to that website and say you want to get, like, a custom tumbler made. You have to buy, like, 1,000 of them, and you get them for, like, $3 a piece, and then you can resell them, and they're all made in, packaged in China. But on this, you could just get one. You could get one thing for like a ridiculous price.
Part of me just wonders, like, are we contributing to, like,
I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
Awful labor practices?
Hey, all I know is I'm gonna see if I got a deal here.
I've already added something to my cart.
Have you? See, like, there's
What are you getting?
Oh, my $100, by the way, like ballooned into $200.
Oh my God!
Magically,
You're magically making money over there.
I'm
it's
looking
great.
at a,
What'd you put in the cart?
This like vegetable dicer thing.
Oh my God! I just put a corn peeler.
What is happening to us?
This is your fault.
We're so
it's
cool
literally
now.
a corn peeler. I've never seen that before.
Well, let's see how it goes, and let's just make a run for the banks as fast as we can before they start to up those prices over there.
This is so random.
Let's go over to Jeffrey Epstein because
I thought you were going to a dispatch.
Jeffrey Epstein did not send us a dispatch.
That's good.
Though you can at thenewsjunkie.com if you want to join the
my
show.
biggest fear is Jeffrey Epstein sent us a photo dispatch.
None of those are coming through right now, but they said 2 weeks before ending his life, Jeffrey Epstein sat in the corner of his Manhattan jail cell with his hands over his ears, desperate to muffle the sound of a toilet that wouldn't stop running, like it was driving him crazy.
We're just getting this info now.
Yeah, I don't know why this is just coming out now.
That's why he offed himself, is the toilet.
Yeah, that was it.
It might be, but they had the whole logs and stuff. And
wait, in the toilet?
No, not that. No, all right. Here's one of the things they have for those of you watching right now. They have the timeline, and it says 8 a.m. Inmate Ray's Afrain departs for court. Ray's is Epstein's cellmate. 8:30 Inmate Epstein arrives in attorney conference. He's visited by several attorneys throughout the day. Inmate Epstein departs attorney conference and returns to his cell. He was provided a social call at 7 p.m., and he was in good spirits, nothing unusual. And then Saturday, August 10th, 2019, is when this happened. This is the first time they're releasing the timeline. 6:33 a.m., activated in SHU, S-H-U, it says, staff found inmate Epstein unresponsive in cell. Staff reported to bedside of inmate and attempted to wake him. Control announced medical emergency. 6:35, medical staff on site, CPR already in progress. Medical staff continues CPR, and control called for ambulance. And then from there, you see that they call like every single person that they can to show up to the scene.
Yeah. What about the two people that were supposed to be watching him?
That is the big drop ball right there.
And why is this information just now coming out?
I don't know. That's kind of a strange thing.
Didn't they finish up the Ghislaine,
whatever his name is, Maxwell. Yeah. Her trial's done, and she was convicted.
And now we get this?
Yeah.
This makes no sense.
Well, it says Epstein was agitated and unable to sleep. Jail officials observed in records. He called himself a coward, and they said nearly 4 years later, the AP has obtained 4,000 pages of documents related to Epstein's death from the Federal Bureau of Prisons under the Freedom of Information Act. So they filed for these. And I'm staring at one that says Suicide Watch Chronological Log, Epstein-.j. And this is his actual thing. And it's the log book that says you're supposed to document your observations every 15 minutes. And it says, like, through all these 15-minute increments over the night, lying on bed, inmates sitting on bed talking, inmates sitting on bed, inmates sitting on bed.
Inmates sitting on bed trying to remember what happened.
Yeah, I don't know what that means. But
how often? Every 15 minutes?
Every 15 minutes, and they do a chronological log
and then
here.
At what point do they go for a nappy?
It just stops at 7 a.m. And then it started with the other report, I think, at 9? Is that where it started?
God, this is so sketchy.
Yeah, the check stopped at 7 a.m. and it's 7:15 a.m. No, that's a wrong day. I'm sorry. Hang on. Let me just get back to the right day.
Get it together.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
You're part of this, aren't you?
I'm not a part of this. I swear. 6:33 a.m. was when this ended up happening, right? And the suicide check-in log ended at 7 a.m., which doesn't make any sense. That may have been the previous day. But they just released these as a result of the Associated Press looking into this. And they said he was kind of like talking to himself, and he was asking to talk to his mom, who was dead at the time. And I don't know, it was maybe having some sort of breakdown.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Did he not attempt suicide?
Yeah.
A couple days before, and then they put him like by himself?
They put him on suicide watch after I think he attempted suicide. And that's why it was like, you should really, really, really be focused on this. And then, cameras aren't working, and they find him in his cell, and he's dead.
Wow.
And that's the latest that has been released about this. Over to you in your dispatches. For real, not from Jeffrey Epstein, but from John B. talking about the Temu app.
Didn't know if you guys were aware, but you guys were promoting
Back
Temu
up.
yesterday for your iHeart All Access Day, where you can get a $100 gift card to go there and just shop.
Well, look, buddy, they're not paying me for this right now. I'm just talking about something that I saw and I tried on my own, and it looks like a lot of people have seen this. Here's Diana.
Hey, News Junkie. You are talking about the website Temu, and I have ordered from them 3 or 4 times, actually.
Temu.
The items come in about a week, and I haven't ordered anything major, but some magnets, some stickers for my class.
Simple stuff.
Some cute magnets. Not as cute as ours, the News Junkie, but still. So they're not a bad deal. Not a bad deal.
Thank you.
Give it a try.
I am. I'm going to see what happens here. And if it fails, then what I lose? Like $10 or something? Unless they take my credit card information and run for the hills.
Yeah,
Do it.
they're definitely doing that.
I don't want that to happen. Here's the Big Show.
News Junkies, your man Big Show here. So Temu, it's not sketchy. You do get products, and they even sell knockoffs.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, my friend's kids wanted Apple Watches. He went into Temu. He got them what was quote-unquote Apple Watches, and the kids couldn't even tell the difference. So they sell knockoff stuff as well. I've bought gadgets from there. You name it, they pretty much have it. C-Lane would have a ball on that website. It's not the official stuff, but
who
they
cares?
even sell drones.
I've seen a handful of drones already.
Cameras. They sell all types of things. I don't know why they sell them for that cheap.
They're losing money.
They do. They get away with it.
Are they losing money,
Whatever.
Yeah, they said. They said
exactly.
They said $30 an order. They're losing.
What a great promo than to go to a website in which they're losing money. My accountant said enough is enough.
RC Hill.
Come
in
on,
action.
man. You can see right through it.
Something is going on
Now,
here.
give me the Temu store and I'll be there in 2 seconds.
Yeah. Oh my God. If you could go in and buy stuff like in real time for that
Yes,
cheap,
in cash.
that would be a thing.
Man, they have knockoffs of those cups my
We
wife
lost
loves.
C-Lane for the rest of the show.
He's on his phone and his laptop.
Those Stanley cups.
Yeah. Those are expensive.
Yeah, I know, because I bought her one for Mother's Day. It was $75. The knockoffs on Temu are $13.04.
Like, why not try at least? Give it a shot. All right, join us on the show. You don't have to worry about waiting on phones or anything like that. Just go to thenewsjunkie.com and hit record on your first dispatch right now. When we return, football is going to be changed forever. A brand new invention to the world of football. And this is crazy. By the way, Tammy on YouTube says, Wasson said shipping took forever, and it's been a week so far. Ha. A week seems like a long time to me.
We're used to Prime.
We're spoiled by
day.
Amazon.
I'm used to like next day, 2 days or something. You're right. It's not a really long time. It's not like what you used to wait when you were a little kid and you sent in like the UPC codes for the cereal box toy. Whew. That was a wait.
That or Beyonce product. I waited 6 weeks one time.
Oh,
for a crop top.
Sometimes they do that. There was Oliver Tree is a singer that I like, and there's a toy that's over on the shelf over there, and they announced it, and I go like, oh, I want this thing, and then I forgot all about it, and it was like 3 months later.
It was a good surprise.
It's nice to have something.
Imagine if we did that with the shirts. It'd be so easy.
It's like
would kill us.
It's like ordering pizza when you're stoned.
Yeah.
You forgot that you ordered pizza, and then you're like, oh, man, pizza.
Or
Thanks,
if you're
past me.
ThinkPad, he falls asleep, and the next morning he
It's
has
on the
4
deck.
voicemails from
Right.
Papa John's.
All right, when we come back, something's changing football forever, a new invention, and that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is Real Music Weekends.
All my favorite songs are slow and sad.
Real Music Weekends. This weekend on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by attorney Mo DeWitt. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Allison Gargaro with a look at your Friday forecast. Highs today will be reaching the upper 80s with a mix of sun and clouds. It will be hot and humid. After 2 p.m., we're monitoring a 50% chance for some showers and isolated thunderstorms to be rolling through. Likely going to be seeing heavy rain at times, so do make sure you're staying weather aware. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Allison Gargaro. Have a great weekend.
This report is sponsored by Discover. Discover credit cards do something pretty awesome at the end of your first year. They automatically double all the cash back you've earned. That's right. Everything you've earned, doubled. The cash back from trips, restaurants, all doubled. Seriously, though, see terms and check it out for yourself at discover.com/match.
Hi, this is Osceola County Sheriff Marcos Lopez. Please join us Saturday, June 10th at the Promenade Sunset Walk for the second annual Teen Driver Challenge Car and Truck Show. See you there.
Live music from DJ K1X and the Society Band. Over 30 restaurants and shops, demonstrations, simulators, police helicopter, and more. Car show entry $30. All proceeds benefit the Teen Driver Education Program. Free admission and parking for spectators. Show car tickets and all info at sunsetwalk.com.
FAS Windows and Doors is the company to use to make your house feel better and look better. You know what they can do? Get rid of those single pane aluminum frame windows and get you double insulated vinyl windows. That'll save you money, make your AC work less, make your house look better and feel better. And I tell you, man, they can do it for you fast. Their showroom, easy to find. Fairbanks and I-4. Slide in, pick out the windows that you love, have them installed by their pros, and your house will never, ever be the same. And they can even do that for you in the door as well. Book your consultation today easily at faswd.com.
Do you find yourself stuck in a timeshare? Get the real facts about the timeshare industry and your options for cancellation. Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, has put together a free information guide that reveals the secrets the timeshare industry doesn't want you to know, including the 5 ways to get rid of your timeshare. Call now and get this timeshare cancellation guide absolutely free.
Call 800-334-2266. That's 800-334-2266. 800-334-2266.
Do you struggle with occasional nerve aches in your hands or feet? Try Nervive Nerve Relief from the world's #1 nerve care company. Nervive tablets contain alpha-lipoic acid to relieve nerve aches, weakness, and discomfort, plus B-complex vitamins to support healthy nerve function as you age. Live life with less nerve discomfort with Nervive Nerve Relief. Learn more at nervivehealth.com. And try Nervive Pain Relieving Cream to block nerve pain signals at the source. Use as directed.
Slowed down, held back, inhibited. What you get out depends on what you put in. Rejuvenate your engine's performance with Shell V-Power Nitro Plus Premium Gasoline, because true performance knows no bounds. New and improved Shell V-Power Nitro Plus removes up to 100% of performance-robbing deposits to rejuvenate your engine's performance. Continuous use in gasoline direct injection engine fuel injectors.
I'm Martin Hoke, the inventor of Navage Nasal Care, and I love Navage. I've told you about how your nose is the body's air filter, that Navage's powered suction will help flush out allergens, viruses, mucus, and germs, and that Navage will help you breathe better. But what do other people say about Navage? Like Ricardo, quote, "This is one of the greatest inventions ever. I know this may sound like I'm exaggerating, but this sucker is amazing. The first time I did it, I couldn't believe what came out of my sinuses. I could breathe with ease. My wife just bought one too. Thank you for this product," unquote. He's one of over 100,000 online reviews praising Navage, the all-natural solution trusted by over 3 million people to help you breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier without drugs. Navage is available at Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, Target, Rite Aid, and online. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E, clean nose, healthy life.
Hardworking Americans like you and me are sick and tired of this brutal stock market. Take ownership of your financial future. Visit Phoenix American Hospitality at PAHinvest.com. Their team of experts buys world-renowned hotel brands like Marriott, Hilton, and Hyatt and maximizes profitability for an investable REIT that's open to everyone. Visit Phoenix American Hospitality at PAHinvest.com to see their incredible track record of double-digit returns in the most volatile of times. Past performance is no guarantee of future results.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Last year, more clients hired Morgan & Morgan than ever before.
With over 2 million phone calls last year alone, more people in more cities across America want more Morgan & Morgan. When you hire Morgan & Morgan, you're also hiring a family business. And after 35 years, we now have more offices, more staff, and more lawyers than any other injury firm in the world. Protecting America, fighting for you. Injured? Call Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
At SimpliSafe, we design award-winning security to protect every inch of your home. It's easy to set up yourself, and now there's an even easier option. Have an expert do it for you with SimpliSafe Pro Install. Always protecting, never a contract. 2 easy installation options, backed by 24/7 professional monitoring for less than $1 a day. Get 20% off any new system with Fast Protect monitoring at simplisafe.com/radio. There's no safe like SimpliSafe.
A Wawa smoothie is a deliciously smooth way to start the end of your day. Enjoy a delicious Wawa fruit or cream smoothie with Wawa smoothies. Transitions in your day couldn't be smoother. Gotta have a Wawa.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
How else are you going to know what we're up to off the air? Find us and like us. Real Radio 1041 on Facebook is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
What'd you do?
He's going to have to pay up big time. He just got an email that is one to remember, and C-Lane is going to have to pay some big money to work himself out of this situation he finds himself in. Who sent this email? Who's this person?
Jason Robinson.
All right, Jason Robinson.
Who has a Hotmail account.
Oh, okay. So you
hey,
know,
I still have mine. Back off.
That's so you know it's legit. So Jason sent this from his Hotmail account.
Pretty
to
sure I have
C-Lane.
20,000 unread messages on my Hotmail.
I think that's how a lot of those accounts
I just
are.
got
They're
rid
sitting
of
there.
like thousands upon thousands of like promotional emails and Facebook and all that from
Right.
my Gmail because I didn't know it was possible. I maxed out my Gmail storage.
Filled it
Did
on
you
up.
really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So you got an email from this guy. What was his name again? I'm sorry.
Jason Robinson.
Jason Robinson sends C-Lane an email, and this is not good. This is bad. We're going to have to probably talk to the iHeartRadio executive team.
Add it to the list.
Yeah.
We're going to have to talk to some people in charge here to tell them about what you've done.
Damn, son.
You want to read the email?
Yes, because it's troublesome.
Okay.
For more than one reason. It says the subject is Christopher Lane.
Mm-hmm.
Full name.
You
got that right.
wank off like a machine gun.
Okay, that's an interesting start.
It's such a shame that there's no, at the Olympic Games, I think he meant, there's none of this, none of that.
No pleasure in yourself.
There's no doubt you would take first place. The fact that impresses me is that you're a grown person, but you practice such heinous stuff that do not come natural with mature men.
All right.
You habit may be compared with addiction of drug abusers.
Okay.
It is a mystery that you haven't chafed your hand or your tool yet.
Must really
He
be
uses moisturizer.
going on.
Conditioner. I'm certain you have supernatural powers. A regular person is not going to survive such exertion.
Jesus.
When you do this sort of stuff, I recommend you to stick up your web camera. Conversely, the situation like yours can arise. Having access to your device,
damn it,
I have shot a video clip with your home passion. And now I'm going to publish it on the net and send it to the contacts from your mail.
You're screwed, man.
I give you. I'll tell you why I'm double screwed in a second. I give you 52 hours to satisfy my requisitions.
52 is very particular.
Yeah. If you neglect me, in 84H, I will circulate your compromising info. When I get my compensation, nobody is going to see your home passion. That's it. There's not a price tag.
Oh,
and
there's how much?
There's not a Bitcoin wallet.
You don't want this video
What's
of you
the,
getting out.
email?
I think I have to respond to him.
Yeah, no, please do. Say, publish it and
Jason.
Dear Jason.
Did he not attach a video file so you could see?
No.
Man.
Dear Jason.
Dear Jason, I'll write it.
We actually would love that footage, and it would help us with our web numbers. So please send it over. Make sure to use your watermark, and we will compensate you as far as the web hits go.
He didn't type anything. His
No, I know.
fingers didn't even move.
He didn't like my response. Let me work on it.
He just went,
Let's workshop it.
Jason, I really don't want anyone to see that.
I wonder how much he's going to ask for. You think like $500?
What do I need?
What if he asked for $20? Because I will pay. I will pay for that.
Just to see what kind of, like, they got to send you something, right? Or maybe not. Maybe they just disappear with the monies. That's such a specific, weird threat.
I'm
that's
surprised.
Like a machine gun, baby.
Surprised you're not chafed.
Yeah.
My hand or my tool.
Oh, God. I like how specific the scams
And this
have
went to
gotten.
what? Your Gmail?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
And some guys out there, he's like, God damn it,
Wait.
I'm in trouble here.
Was this right after you signed up for Timu?
No.
Hopefully not
That
connected to
So it's
that.
9 o'clock in the morning.
Before we go to your dispatches, which you can send over at thenewsjunkie.com, there is a new invention that is going to change football forever. And I want to try this out so bad. I would love to see
football?
What this feels like. I know it seems weird that I would even be involved in anything football related, given my track history here. Or my track record, as they say.
No, track history is a perfectly normal
Your
thing to say.
tool is so chafed.
My track history is my history of running track, which is also zilch, so I don't have a lot that I've built up over the years in the sports world, but I do think this is super cool. And for the 2023 season, they're going to have this for some of the college teams, and then they're going to start spreading it out from there. And I think every player is going to want this. And to start the conversation about this, they made a video where they had players trying out this new technology. And what it is they've made an air conditioner for the inside of their football helmets. And the guys put it on and they're all like, what?
That's not going to work out
They're
well.
called football hats, Sean.
The football hats now have air conditioning inside of them.
Can't wait to see that NFL game where players' heads are on fire.
Yeah, they explode because the AC lights up. I don't know how it works. I don't know what's actually in there because it looks just like a regular helmet. This guy's trying it on.
Oh my God.
That's not bad, right?
Yeah, that's real.
Yeah, we got it for practice and games this season.
That's crazy.
That's
And
right.
the helmet looks just like a regular football helmet. Nothing looks different to me.
I like that.
Yeah, man.
I
Appreciate it.
appreciate that.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Do you
man.
think that they had to make sure that it provided the same amount of protection as a helmet without an AC?
I would bet, yeah. I would bet. And they'll probably say it's better protection because if the players don't get overheated, they're safer.
Okay, have you practiced when you get hit? Like you're being hit by a truck?
Yeah.
By a giant defensive lineman?
Here's the thing. It's obvious that they had to put something inside the helmet to do this, and that thing would be extra force on your head when you hit anything. So they must be real sure that this isn't going to cause more CTE or something. But this is real, and they're talking about it in Sports Illustrated. LSU will wear air-conditioned helmets for all practices and games in 2023, created by a Louisiana-based company called Tiger Air, AIRE. The helmets will reportedly have a 5-hour lifespan before needing to be charged and last up to 4 years. And they got them trying this out, and all of them are like, oh, my God, there's another LSU player.
I feel good, bro. I swear. This is big, though. Dude, if I'm running in this, I ain't sweating.
If I'm running this, I ain't even sweating, he said. So all of the players that tried this were like, this is a game changer. And now they're trying to get other teams to follow suit. And, of course, they obviously want this to eventually be in the NFL. I think they use something different. Okay, I'm going to wander out of my comfortable territory. So anybody in the room that wants to help or anybody else who wants to let me know.
A lot of pressure on.
Here we go. I've seen at football games, there's a thing by the bench that they put their helmets on.
I've never seen that.
They put their helmet on a thing to hang it, and I don't know if it cools it or maybe if it's cold, maybe it warms it for them. But there is something.
I mean, unless there was a part of the helmet that was retaining heat or in this case, the absence of heat, like a gel pack or something,
right?
Maybe, but if it was just a helmet, I don't know what the advantage of that would be, because I think as soon as you put it on and started running a little bit, you're going to start sweating and it's going to be gone anyway.
All I know is that I've seen them put their helmets on a thing. Oh, the BDMX Con says over on Twitch, it blows air in it to dry it out.
That makes much more sense.
Because it's stinky,
yeah,
sweaty.
it's like sweaty and stuff, so that would make it a little bit more comfortable
of
for
a
them.
must.
Yeah, that makes more sense. And now they're trying to get the air conditioning thing in all of these players' helmets, which could be pretty interesting in the long run. A lot of people talking about that Temu app that we mentioned, and here is Angry Dust All with some words about Temu.
Hey, News Junkies.
Hey.
I just want to let you know I've bought a lot of stuff from Temu. I've bought my granddaughter clothes from there. She's 1.5 years, and their clothes are fine.
She don't know if they're
kids. Fake. And I've bought a life
They don't
vest
care.
from them, which
In
turned
a
out
good way.
really good.
Oh, Life Fest is a dangerous
So,
yeah.
I mean, they're not.
Let me be clear here. If I go on Temu to get these insane deals that they say the company's losing money on, I ain't getting a bulletproof vest.
No.
I'm not getting a life
Insulin.
preserver. I'm not getting my insulin. I'm not getting medication. I'm getting something that's like a little toy that is so much cheaper than you can get it anywhere else. And that's why people download the app Temu and see these prices that are like preposterous to look at, like Wish level prices, but it's supposed to be better. And I'm testing that out. I'm going to see what the quality is. Angry Dust All among a lot of people who are agreeing. And this starts to sound like a commercial, but it ain't. I'm telling you, they're not paying me anything. And it just seems cool. And it seems like if we could get one over on them while they're losing money on all these orders, or so they say, then why not? Get some deals. Everything's expensive right now. Okay.
Well, they have to spend money to make money.
Yeah, I guess so. That's what they're trying to do right now. But they're sure spending a lot of money to make that money at the moment. Here is Panda Atlas with a dispatch.
Good morning, junkies.
Hey.
So,
afternoon, Panda
I'm
Atlas.
listening from the state of Washington, and
fun.
I tend to be a little bit behind on
Oh,
what
it
you
is
guys
morning.
talk about sometimes. Even though I listen to the show religiously every day, it actually brings my mood up.
Aw.
And when I don't get to listen to you guys, I tend to be in a bad mood, or so my partner tells me. So yeah.
She's giving us way too much information right here.
Well, it's a lot of pressure.
Yeah, she wanted to talk about the Davenport.
Could you imagine there being a little bit of bickering back and forth with her and her partner?
Yeah.
And she's being a little moody, and he's like, "Oh, yeah, you didn't listen to the News Junkie today, did you? I can tell."
Hey, whatever works, man. That's why we wake up every day and come here to do this show, so people can have a little bit better of a day.
Contractually obligated to
That
do that.
too. But it's nice. It's a nice thing that makes it more worthwhile with the paychecks and all, that makes their day better to listen to the show. So I do like that. One more here while we have a moment. Here is 2 tickets to Pound Town.
What up, News Junkies?
Hey.
Guys, happy Friday.
Saturday, Sunday.
Just catching up on the podcast from yesterday, and wanted to share with you guys my high school experience. I didn't have a great go of it in high school.
Yeah.
I always had a hard time waking up in the morning, alarms giving off their warnings. I never thought I was going to make it on time.
Yeah, but by the time you got your books.
By the time I grabbed my books and
All
just,
right.
kind of give myself a look.
Is it Saved by the Bell?
Yeah.
Yes. Don't do that to me today, all right? With your dispatches, don't do the rope-a-dope dispatch where you just put a fake one through. I'm a little sensitive. I want to hear good things on your dispatches, and that's coming up next. So get to thenewsjunkie.com and hit record on your first dispatch right now. There is new technology coming out from both Meta, a.k.a. Facebook, and Apple is about to drop a new device. What is this thing? We'll talk about that in just a moment. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
From Hummers to EVs and everything in between. It's been 3 decades of Real Radio 104.1. Thanks for riding with us over 30 years.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Travel with caution and expect delays. Authorities are clearing up an accident on Florida's Turnpike heading northbound between Oakland Exchange and Scrub J Lane. There's slowdowns due to an accident on I-4 eastbound before John Young Parkway. And you can expect delays due to an accident on Maitland Boulevard heading eastbound at State Road 429. See traffic troubles? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Indeed.com. Pool season is here, but open roles got you underwater? Check out Indeed. Their powerful hiring platform makes it easy to attract, interview, and hire candidates. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
For more information about contests on this station, go to realradio.fm/rules.
So, you finally have some time to yourself. Even if it is just the car ride home, it's you time. And look at you. Do not disturb set before you even got in the car? Impressive. You've earned this moment to just chill and drive. This break is brought to you by Target Zero and the Florida Department of Transportation.
I'm back! And look at all the fresh from Florida produce I brought home. You have heard of fresh from Florida, right?
Fresh I have.
That's refreshing to hear.
Fresh from Florida produce is fresh as fresh can get.
And if we're going to freshen up daily meals, it's refreshing to know that locally grown fresh from Florida produce is available year-round.
Well, that's a breath of fresh air. Got anything else?
I'm fresh out.
Look for Fresh from Florida where you shop. Learn more at followfreshfromflorida.com.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, it's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes in clutch? Every day, from lunch to late night. Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Now open in Daytona. Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
If there's anything better than getting a few of your favorite things from McDonald's, it's getting a few of your favorite things from McDonald's for less in the McDonald's app. Delicious. Order in the McDonald's app today. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Use mobile order and pay on the McD app and get 30% off any purchase of $5 or more, like a steak, egg, and cheese bagel meal. At participating McDonald's, valid once a day through 12/31/23, excludes tax, must opt into rewards.
The McCafe Oreo Frappe has altered my brain chemistry. It's got tasty mocha, a hint of coffee, and Oreo cookie pieces. All of this deliciousness is blended with ice, then covered in whipped topping and even more Oreo cookie pieces. Whoa, that's cold. Brain Frappe! Hurry, the McCafe Oreo Frappe is back for a limited time. Use the McDonald's app and get 20% off your order of $1 or more. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Offer valid 5/1/23 through 12/31/23 at participating McDonald's. Valid one time per day until supplies last. Oreo is a trademark of Mondelez International Group used under license.
Finding great people to hire is like trying to find a needle in a haystack. It's pretty difficult, right? Well, ZipRecruiter has mastered finding a needle in a haystack, so they take it to the next level. They make hiring so simple that it's like finding a needle in a needle stack. And that's why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. Here's what it's like to use ZipRecruiter. They have so many qualified candidates that it's easier to find the right ones for your roles. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. That's a lot of needles. So how do they do it? ZipRecruiter's powerful technology sends you candidates who are a great match for your job, and you can even invite your top choices to apply. So if you want less hay and more needles, head to ZipRecruiter.
ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. At ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
If you're hiring, it can feel like you're trying to find a needle in a haystack. You can hope the right person comes along, or you can just use ZipRecruiter. And now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. In fact, ZipRecruiter has helped a lot of business owners find their needle in a haystack, like Marco, president of operations at Telly Tires and Auto Centers. Because Telly Tires has grown a lot in the last few years, Marco needed to hire everyone from a receptionist to a store manager to a head mechanic.
ZipRecruiter helps me find all the right people, even the most difficult jobs to fill. ZipRecruiter helps me keep my business running.
Take it from Marco and millions of other businesses who've used ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter can help you find the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/RADIO. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
If you suffered an injury at a place of business, dial pound law. That's all. Morgan & Morgan.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Find out at whenyounneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Say this is some clever marketing stunt, but it wouldn't make sense for it to be that way. And I've seen a bunch of stories about this now. You guys have Amazon, what's their thing called? Prime? Is it Prime? Yeah. Where you watch all the videos and stuff?
Prime Video.
Yeah, Prime Video.
Well, I mean, that's just part of the bigger picture with the Prime service.
And if you're a Prime person or a Prime subscriber over on Amazon, you get to watch all these TV shows and movies, et cetera, that they have on that service. There's one that is not new. It's actually from 2015, but they've just released it on Amazon Prime, and people are watching it and losing their minds over this movie. And like I said, if it wasn't like an old-ass movie, I'd say, oh, they're doing that marketing campaign thing. And when it comes to horror movies, you know what I'm talking about. The marketing campaign is like people ran out of the theaters and they were vomiting and people were...
Heard that before. Come on.
They always do those things. But this seems to be like a legit reaction to something that people weren't aware of until it was just released on Amazon Prime. And I'm imagining a bunch of people will watch this weekend. Now, our friend Christina, who's a mod over on Twitch and Discord, she's a horror whiz, right? Like she knows all the horror movies, and sometimes I'll ask for suggestions. Courtney and I need a movie to watch tonight. What do you got? What's good? So I don't know if she's heard of this, but it's a movie called Hell House LLC, which I did not heard of this before today.
I've seen the thumbnail.
Oh, have you?
Yeah,
okay.
I don't think I've even seen the trailer.
It's one of those movies like, and I'm trying to think of other ones, but Blair Witch is like this.
Found footage.
Found footage movies. What are the other ones besides Blair Witch that are like this? Isn't one
Paranormal Activity?
That's what I was thinking of. Paranormal Activity.
Points.
And sometimes it can make the movie more scary because it's that kind of found footage thing. But they said the found footage movie is set 5 years after an unexplained malfunction that causes the death of 15 tour goers and the staff on the opening night of a Halloween haunted house tour. A documentary crew then traveled to the scene of the tragedy to find out what really happened with terrifying results. This was released, Hell House LLC, back in 2015, but people are freaking out about this. Somebody says, watching Hell House LLC, literally essing my pants right now. I watched Hell House LLC over a year ago, and I still get freaked out walking around at night when it's dark in my own place. And on some of these people go about this and how crazy scary this movie is. Good on Rotten Tomatoes and all of that stuff, too, I guess. I just had not heard of this before. Christina says yes, and she's saying it's low budget, and really that actually adds to the movie. Makes it a little more scary.
Isn't it weird how horror films tend to benefit from a movie looking like it was made cheaply?
Yeah, it's like it's the only kind of genre really where you would benefit from
I remember when Blair Witch Project came out, and like Chris Rock was doing one of his bits, and he was like talking about how they said Blair Witch Project was made for like, let's just say $10,000.
Right, not a lot of money.
It was very, very low.
It was cheap.
Yeah. And Chris Rock is like, somebody's walking around with $9,500 in their pocket. Just, what
Where
the hell
did
did they spend it on?
That's true. Yeah, I mean, those movies are scarier sometimes, though, and it's brilliant when you could get a big hit out of that. But I might check that out this weekend.
You get a low-budget film in which you could see it in the quality of it, or like the audio is off.
Yeah.
And it throws me where I
like
can't pay attention to anything else.
You like scary movies, though, right?
I love scary movies,
Yeah.
and I think it comes down to, as far as like Blair Witch, for example, you take that camcorder footage, but the editing has to be perfect.
Yeah, it has to be. It has to feel like found footage, but also not be that low of quality, like you're saying, that it removes you from the viewing process. Like you're like, oh my God, it's tinny audio, or the video's like a square instead of like a full widescreen thing.
And I feel maybe a little bit of me is biased because I work with audio every single day, and I see dead or hear dead air for a second, and I'm like, everything's ruined. I'm freaking out, triggered.
Well, that's just now built into our brains.
Absolutely.
I think after doing radio for so long. There's a lot of new technology on the way. Some of it you'll want, some of it you probably will never, ever, ever buy. But I guess from Meta's perspective, they're still trying to do this whole metaverse thing. they're still trying to make that a thing. And
don't we have an iHeartland in Metaverse?
Yeah, we do. We got one of them out there.
We have like an arena. Right?
A lot of these places, and I'm not saying this about iHeartland, a lot of these places that people build, like Walmart has land, and it's just a ghost town in there. And there's just like 3 or 4 people walking around.
Don't know anybody that F's with Metaland ever.
No, nobody even talks about it in real life. You just hear about it online or something. But they're going to be releasing, Meta is the Quest 3 headset, and it's going to be available this fall. This is supposed to be a little smaller and a lot of better technology in it than the last one. 40% slimmer, boasting more powerful mixed reality capabilities, better graphic performance, all that. Over $500 to buy this thing, though. So
yeah, okay.
That's a little pricey.
Well, it's $499.99.
$500 is a high price tag. I don't know how much PlayStation costs, though.
What's the other Facebook Oculus deal that they had?
I don't know.
It was like $200 or $300.
Was it really? $500 is pricey, though. But maybe that's how much it costs now.
I think they're supposed to be like. Isn't the whole thing with Meta buying Oculus was that it lowered the price of these because you have to be linked to Facebook so that they have information of yours to sell.
Right. Yeah. They're monetizing.
If not, like this same technology would cost you like $1,400.
Right.
Something like that.
Yeah. It's kind of like with a PlayStation. Every PlayStation they sell, they lose money on, but they know you're going to buy the games and they're going to make money on the games. And it's they call it a loss leader in the industry, I think. And that is on the heels of everybody waiting for Monday when they believe Apple is going to announce a new product. And this is going to be the first new product from Apple since the Apple Watch.
Yep.
And that's what they said in the story I read this morning.
I mean, it's the first major new product. You
might have said that.
You could argue that the AirTags came out since then.
They might have said first major new product since the Apple Watch. And when they said the date that the Apple Watch came out, I was really surprised at how long ago that was. I thought it said like 2016 or something, but I might not be right on that.
I mean, we're on what, Series 8?
I guess
7?
So. Yeah, I guess I just felt like that was newer than that. But whatever they're going to announce on Monday is probably going to be something in that, not virtual reality, but like a mixed reality, augmented reality sense. And it's supposed to be a big deal. So keep your eyes out for those announcements coming up in the next week or so in the technology world. And now it's time to hear from you. You can join us at thenewsjunkie.com. You hear us talking about something, you got an opinion, you disagree, whatever. You can go and send your thoughts, no matter who you are, at thenewsjunkie.com, unless you suck. And then you're banned. Here's New Dharma. And New Dharma is talking about Hell House LLC, the movie I mentioned.
Hell House LLC is a good watch. The sequels, also good.
Oh, I didn't even know there were sequels.
Ties everything together. I would highly recommend it.
I'm just glad that I didn't watch this on Amazon Prime and come to the both of you and say, I got a new movie that I just discovered.
Well, in this case, I've never heard of Hell House LLC, so you might have slipped through with that one until the texting service lit you up.
Yeah, the listeners would have got me for sure.
This Apple headset, apparently...
Okay, that's all I'm hearing them call it, is a headset. Do you see anything more about it?
I mean, I searched for Apple headset. I think if I put Apple goggles, they might There might be.
I've just heard it referred to
Apple
as
glasses. Tom's guide says Apple glasses.
That's what they think it's going to be. Well, Google had glass for a while.
Yeah, that did not work out.
That
well.
was not a success.
Remember her old intern?
Yeah,
Like your mom had one. Tell us the story.
She crashed.
Yeah, she had one. Crashed.
She told the story on the radio that was real long and then ended just.
No, that was
no, it was real short. Yeah, that's right.
It was the dude.
Oh, I forgot. That was an intern?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh my God, we've been doing this for
Nice
so long.
guy.
That's ridiculous. Yeah, they were all very sweet. What do you see about it? Anything else there, Sealand? It's all kind of hush hush.
So yeah, apparently it's like the most complicated production Apple's ever done, like
Really?
as far as device wise, and they had to develop a first of its kind bent motherboard to fit inside the headset's curved outer shell.
I'm wondering how small they're going to be able to make this. You can't have some bulky ass glasses on.
Well, the Oculus is bulky.
Yeah, you're not wearing that walking around.
Exactly.
If
But the
they-
Google Glass looks stupid.
But if it didn't look stupid, some of the features on those things I kind of think are cool. Like
What I appreciate about the Facebook glasses is that they worked with Ray-Ban, and you had what looked to be regular Wayfarers on.
yeah, they didn't look weird.
With a camera like in the corner.
But did that just have a camera? That's it? What the ones I'm talking about, whenever I see this technology, it's like, say you went to London, okay? And you fly to London and you're hanging out with some friends, and you have these glasses on, you could go, tell us how to go to the oldest tavern in London, and it would give you like turn-by-turn directions in your glasses as you're walking down the sidewalk.
Yeah.
And like popped up visuals would be in front of you.
Yeah, and then I walk into a pole.
Well, also then they turn it into a bunch of advertisements. So
Yeah.
we were walking around and there's like
Google Maps already has that,
yeah,
by the way.
Yeah, that would be the end goal probably for a lot of this. Here is Shy Shoe with a dispatch. It just says good vibes. We'll take those.
What's up, news junkies? Chi-Town Shoe, sending a dispatch with good vibes. Hope you all have a great Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
You too.
Happy weekend.
Thank you.
Happy weekend.
Well, we'll take that. That's very nice of you to do. Thanks so much. And we're going to hear from you with your dispatch momentarily. A lot of weird ones that roll in, and that's fine. Real quickly, an email, tips@thenewsjunkie.com, and Sweaty Armpit Guy emails. As an aquarium enthusiast, he says, I heard you say you smashed your fish tank to bits and pieces as opposed to giving it away, and that just tears at my heartstrings, he says. This is the story I was talking about yesterday. It was so heavy, I said, I think I'd like bust this thing up a little bit to get it down to the dumpster in the apartment building I was at. On May 10th and 11th, there was a meeting on the banning of coral fish and reptiles for the state of Florida. By the way, fish for aquariums, saltwater fish, are incredibly hard to get right now. Only the
Why
most
just go to the
basic
ocean?
ones. You're not allowed to do that in some places. I think you're still allowed to off like the coast of a lot of states, but they were getting them all from Hawaii. And Hawaii's like, no, we're not going to let everybody take our fish. No, there's some over there, but the aquarium trade was getting them from like by Hawaii.
They want the pretty fish.
Yeah, the fancy ones.
First of all, how dare you? There are very beautiful fish on our coast.
Listen, Sean's not going to have a tank full of minnows.
And then, two, how is there not an industry of breeding like you have with Labradoodle?
Most of them have never been bred in captivity. Most of the fish that you see, they just don't breed when you put them in tanks. And so only certain brands like clownfish and the ones that you see the most, those they can breed in captivity.
Look how excited Sean is right now.
You know, that's why I saved this email.
Didn't stutter once.
Although I agree with the reasoning behind these laws maybe put in place, I have a feeling they may go a little too far with future regulations and in the end hurt multiple small businesses and many hobbyists. Although your venture in this area may have been short, there are those of us who are very passionate in these categories. I'd love to hear your take on this subject as well as putting the information out there for others to consume. Sweaty Armpit Guy. Yeah, these are similar laws, I think what you're talking about, to what they did in Hawaii, where they basically said you can't take fish from here off the coast anymore because companies were doing it and they thought that they were overfishing and taking too many of them away. I straddle that because I don't want people taking too many fish out of the wild so that some dumb 12-year-old can put it in a fish tank and it's going to die in a week. I think that's stupid. But I do think there's people who are so...
You're so above this 12-year-old.
You know what? I have somebody who does everything for me with my aquarium. I do a damn thing. So I really can't take a hard stance on this whatsoever. Okay, so we want to hear from you. In fact, let's work in one more person.
I think you should
here.
put some beta fish in that tank.
No,
really,
those are fresh water.
Really mess with the ecosystem.
It's going to die immediately. Here is McDillan Nugget saying, C-Lane, do not reply to that email.
I'm like 20 minutes behind the show, so if someone's brought this up, oops. But C-Lane, if you reply to that email, you're going to get so many more emails because you're going to be on a list as an active replier. I wouldn't do that.
Well, too late, sir. Email already sent. Risk not averted.
Where were you about 30 minutes ago?
Last one for now. Here's Eskimo Brother.
What up, news junkies?
Hey, man.
Happy Friday.
Saturday. Sunday.
It's such a beautiful day today. And it's National Freaking Donut Day.
Uh-oh.
Everybody go to Krispy Kreme and get yourself a free freaking donut.
Buy an ad.
You know what's insane to me? I was watching this YouTube show that I watch each day, and yesterday they did a lineup of all of the different places that will give you stuff for free on your birthday. And the one that seemed like a business model wrecker was the one that Krispy Kreme has. On your birth month, it doesn't have to be on your birthday, any day during your birth month, if you just go into any Krispy Kreme and say, I want a dozen donuts, it's totally free. They just give you a dozen donuts.
I'm sorry, what?
And I go, how is this financially feasible?
Oh, dude.
Because every month, there's so many people who are having birthdays.
Carbs are cheap.
Yeah, I guess so. But like, a whole dozen donuts, too.
What does it cost them to make a dozen donuts?
Maybe it's enough to keep people coming back to the place that it makes it worth it for them. We'll see what's on your mind. Send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch right now. We got the next episode coming up.
Uh-oh.
Got This Week in Florida on the way. We got a whole lot more, and it's coming up next on the News Junkie.
About a third of U.S. adults say they regularly get their news from Facebook. Might as well get it from us. Real Radio 104.1 on Facebook is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Checking into Osceola County, you can expect delays due to an accident on Broadway heading westbound at Neptune Road. There's delays due to an accident on Florida's Turnpike heading northbound between Oakland Exchange and Scrub J Lane. There's delays due to an accident on I-4 eastbound before John Young Parkway. You can expect congestion on I-4 westbound between World Drive and Osceola Polk Line Road. See traffic troubles? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com, and I sell custom blinds designed for do-it-yourselfers. Unlike stock blinds offered at big box retailers, Blindster blinds are custom made for your windows and shipping is free. And right now, save 50% off any order during our Memorial Day sale. Blindster.com.
Don't miss the boat, my friends. Compare your quote today with That Mortgage Guy Don. That Mortgage Guy Don, president of Happy Home Mortgage Brokerage and host of the Home Loans Radio Show, he is here for you. With over 250 five-star Google reviews and 1,100 reviews at Experience.com, I think it's very safe to say that he knows what he's doing, and I can say with full confidence that he has your best interest in mind. Now, chances are very high that you're leaving money on the table, so get a free fast quote review at thatmortgageguyDon.com. Hit the compare button, and Don's going to review your quote today. That Mortgage Guy Don, he's a mortgage broker. He's not a corner bank or retail lender, and that means he has direct access to wholesale lenders that consumers do not. You want to see the difference? Go to the website right now, thatmortgageguyDon.com. Chock full of information for you, very easy to navigate through, and direct access to the man himself. Any question you have, he is there to answer it. Plain and simple, no spam, no hassle, just peace of mind. Go to thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Visit healthfinder.fl.gov to get the information you need to make better healthcare decisions. At this one-stop shop, you can compare drug prices at pharmacies, check your hospital's patient safety record, or find the average cost of outpatient procedures. With up-to-date information at your fingertips, you'll be able to trust your healthcare choices and save money with healthfinder.fl.gov. At the click of a button, you can make safe, affordable healthcare choices and enjoy a better healthcare experience with healthfinder.fl.gov.
When you open your hopper, you don't fill it with just any hardwood pellets, right? You fill it with Kingsford 100% hardwood blend pellets. Made right here in the USA with North American ingredients and a 100% natural hardwood blend, Kingsford pellets can be used on any pellet grill and add delicious smoky flavor to any meal. Kingsford's the name you trust for the low and slow cooking you crave. So look for Kingsford 100% hardwood blend pellets. Kingsford.com.
Hey shoppers, this is your local farmer letting you know that Florida watermelon is in season right now. Look for the sunny Fresh from Florida logo while you shop. We're going to need a lot more help at checkout.
At Fifth Third Bank, we give you free checking, never have hidden fees, and help protect your identity.
Wow, really?
Yep. See, our name equals 166.7%, so we put in that much effort.
Well, my name's Jim, so I guess I'm headed to the gym, and I'm gonna put in 166.7% effort too.
Aw, I'm proud of you.
No one's ever been proud of me.
This is banking a Fifth Third better. Fifth Third Bank, National Association member FDIC.
After an accident, it's important to hire an attorney right away. Evidence can disappear quickly. Sure, you could wait to hire an attorney later and see how things turn out, but delays never make a case better. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. JustCallMo.com. Mo DeWitt, Orlando's injury attorney.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, it's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes in clutch? Every day, from lunch to late night. Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Now open in Daytona.
Hey shoppers, this is your local farmer letting you know that Florida watermelon is in season and available in the produce section right now. Whoa, hey, careful now. There's plenty of juicy watermelon and other tasty Florida-grown produce for everyone. I mean, all you have to do is ask for Fresh from Florida or look for the sunny Fresh from Florida logo while you shop. We're going to need a lot more help at checkout.
Victim of a slip and fall? It takes one phone call to take back control of your life. Anajar and Levine will fight to get you the compensation you deserve. Call me, Mark Anajar, for a free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
In Office Orlando. So, what could you do with 8 hours? With that much time, probably a lot, right? Or nothing at all sounds pretty good too. With an 8-hour battery life, a vape device from Blue gives you the freedom to unplug. So relax, disconnect, or just let yourself focus on getting your own stuff done with a full 8 hours of unlit you time. Blue, get unlit. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical. Underage sale prohibited. Blue is a trademark of Fonum Holdings 4BV. Copyright 2022. Fonum US LLC.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Preventive maintenance on all brands, and that saves you money and can detect an upcoming breakdown. Visit millsair.com.
Do you find yourself stuck in a timeshare? Get the real facts about the timeshare industry and your options for cancellation. Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, has put together a free information guide that reveals the secrets the timeshare industry doesn't want you to know, including the 5 ways to get rid of your timeshare. Call now and get this timeshare cancellation guide absolutely free.
Call 800-334-2266. That's 800-334-2266. 800-334-2266.
Injured? Hire the largest injury firm in the world. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
This is wild, man. I didn't believe this story when I first read it, I swear to you. And this is a real story. Wait to hear what this judge said. And it was in Michigan. And let me put something right out front before everybody starts going nuts. I'm going to put this right up at the front of this conversation. The guy who was in the courtroom is one of the worst people, probably. One of the absolute worst people on planet Earth, I guess you could say. So I don't feel sorry for him. And it's a 55-year-old Michigan man who is now going to spend the rest of his life behind bars for brutally killing a Michigan radio news anchor, Jim Matthews, last year. You may have heard this story. He killed the guy with a hammer and then slit his throat in front of his whole family. Okay?
Oh.
That's what we're talking about here. And then
radio was it?
On top of that, they found out that this guy also was like a child sex abuser and stuff. So like this guy is just ticking off all the terrible boxes.
The murderer or the
murderer?
Okay.
Yeah, the murderer was also doing some other stuff with young kids, and it's bad, right? But what the judge said to
so he should be like executed, brought back to life, and executed again.
Well, the judge is even more brutal than you are. All right. This is what the judge said to this guy. because it was time for sentencing, and he's going to spend the rest of his life behind bars. And you had him up there on the stand. Arthur Levon Williamson is his name. And the judge said this to him, okay? He said, "You're a pedophile, you're a murderer, and you're the embodiment of all evil. The only thing that's amazing is that you didn't kill all of them." Judge Biernat continued to castigate the convicted murderer, specifically taking aim at some of the other things that he had done. He said, "Try to commit suicide before you do any of this. Take yourself out so you don't kill people and try to rape 5-year-olds." So the judge said, like, if you ever had any ideas like this in your head, just off yourself. Just unalive yourself. From the judge. And I was like, I get it. This is an easy person to hate.
It's
for
weird.
Sure.
It's weird because like 5 minutes later, Twitter banned the judge for bullying.
I know, that's what I thought of. I was like, man, this is probably against the terms and conditions of a couple social media platforms. And the judge is just going for it. And of course, you don't feel sorry for the person because he's just the worst of the worst, and you feel like they probably deserve it.
I thought you were going to say that the judge told the convicted defendant that he Googled which prison is top for sexual assault.
Get you over there.
Which prison is the top for inter-prison assaults?
I mean, this guy is going to have a tough time in jail. You get any of that stuff attached to your name and get charges for anything like that, and you become a big target right there. Jason on YouTube says, "I 1,000% agree with that judge." I think a lot of people would, even though it's just a brutal, brutal thing to say to somebody. And when you think about it, and Vanessa says he's not wrong on YouTube, when you think about it, it's like he's saying if he would have done that, then it would have saved many lives, and it would have saved many people from being damaged by him, which, as tough as that sounds, is exactly right. Real quick, before we go to your dispatches that you can send through with your phone, your laptop, whatever you got, you just record a message, audio or video for us at thenewsjunkie.com or through the News Junkie app. But Airbnb is pissed off, and they have filed a lawsuit against New York City over a new law that they passed. They call it a de facto ban against short-term rentals that's going to go in effect until July. The company says it will limit the number of people who can host rentals in New York City. And there's more and more cities that are doing this, and they're regulating short-term rentals. Some of them require hosts to obtain licenses and pay registration fees to limit the short-term rentals in business districts. That is done at the behest so many times of the hotel industry, who does not want the competition of Airbnb, Vrbo, et cetera, et cetera.
Sort of like the taxi industry in Las Vegas.
Yep, they campaigned heavily against Uber, and they were very successful about that for a long time.
I mean, I don't know if it has changed since we've been there, because that was quite some time ago. But you could not only could you not get an Uber in like main like the Strip, you couldn't get like picked up by a cab unless you were at a taxi stand. Like you can't just hail a cab on the side of the road like you could in normal cities.
They had that city on lock.
They have super weird rules, but it's all about, because it's such a huge industry in Vegas that they have to have that on lockdown.
Right. They didn't want them taking that away from them. It says, today's filing comes only after exhausting all available paths for a sensible solution with the city. The law, here's what it'll do in New York City. According to the filing, it will make it more difficult for hosts to do business, requiring them to register with the New York City Mayor's Office of Special Enforcement, that's OSE, and to certify they'll complete or comply the maze of complex regulations for zoning, multiple dwelling law, and housing maintenance code, blah, 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 blah. So basically, like other things where we inexplicably make people get licenses, like hairdressers, et cetera, they will try to, in New York City, regulate this that way. You want to be an Airbnb? Is it your house? You paid for it outright? You want to rent it to somebody else through this technology service? Nope, you can't do it unless you go through these hoops. Get your license, do this, do that. Way for the state to make money off things, too.
Well, that's what they did, with Uber in some of the states. I think even in Florida, I think when Uber showed up and then all of a sudden the taxi industry was mad, then they started telling people, or they were wanting to make Uber drivers get, I think, the same license
just like a
as
taxi
a cabbie,
driver,
which I think is expensive.
Yeah, and especially in big cities, right? Like I think in New York City, it's like real expensive.
That's why they have so many don't think I'm allowed to say.
Gypsy cabs is what they call them.
Thank you, Sean.
Well, that is not the correct term. The strange thing is, a lot of people call them black cabs, which also seems like it could be problematic.
They are independent artists.
Yeah.
I thought
taxing.
I thought black cabs were like more expensive. Like, those are like the luxury.
I was told a couple of times especially when we were in Europe, they're like, avoid the black cabs, and they didn't mean like the old fashioned ones that you get in England and stuff.
They mean the black cabbies?
They didn't mean that.
Okay, good.
That's
they meant
racist.
like the unlicensed cab people. And the first thing we did when we got to Paris was jump in a cab that was unlicensed.
Yeah, all right.
It said, all right.
I've only had one experience with that, and I didn't realize it until we were driving.
Yeah.
And I looked at the meter, and I'm like, "You don't have one, actually." And I go, "Hey, where's your meter?" And he goes, "It's gonna be $35."
You're like, where'd you
And then
come
I
up with that
proceeded
figure?
to negotiate my kidnapping at that point, and said, "I only have 20 cash, and get me out of this car."
Remember when like a Dateline or one of those news magazines were trying to do these like sting operations on New York City unlicensed cab drivers?
Yeah.
Oh man,
Isn't that cash cab?
No,
Close.
but close. They would like set up the sting. They would fly into LaGuardia, and then they would like get this unlicensed cab, and then the camera crew would follow them, and then at some point they would confront the cabbie, and they would kick you out of that cab and throw your luggage on the street and speed off as fast as they can. It was ridiculous.
They're rats. They had it coming. Join us on the show, as I said. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch today. When we come back, the next episode with Sabrina. What's coming up on the next episode?
What's coming up on the next episode? Frozen, just let it go, and it being its spot as one of the biggest animated movies of all time. An old-ass A-lister once said, "If you get all tangled up, just tango on." And by tango on, he must have meant just demand a prenatal DNA test. Plus, T-Pain goes ultra T-mainstream, and his latest collab has him changing his T-name for some T-gain.
All right.
All that and so much more coming up on the next episode.
And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by Gringos Locos. For locations, go to gringoslocos.com and securedroofingandrestoration.com. Visit their website for your free estimate today. At 8 p.m., it's Bungalower and the Bus. At 9, we all find out what the hell is Angel listening to. Tonight on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Allison Gargaro with a look at your Friday forecast. Highs today will be reaching the upper 80s with a mix of sun and clouds. It will be hot and humid. After 2 p.m., we're monitoring a 50% chance for some showers and isolated thunderstorms to be rolling through. Likely going to be seeing heavy rain at times, so do make sure you're staying weather aware. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Allison Gargaro. Have a great weekend.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
If you're like many people, you may think custom blinds is a job for expensive professionals. Well, at Blindster, if you have a tape measure and a screwdriver, you can install our custom blinds and save big. Plus, we guarantee they'll fit. And right now, save 50% off any order during our Memorial Day sale. Blindster.com.
Hardworking Americans like you and me are sick and tired of this brutal stock market. Take ownership of your financial future. Visit Phoenix American Hospitality at PAHinvest.com. Their team of experts buys world-renowned hotel brands like Marriott, Hilton, and Hyatt and maximizes profitability for an investable REIT that's open to everyone. Visit Phoenix American Hospitality at PAHinvest.com to see their incredible track record of double-digit returns in the most volatile of times. Past performance is no guarantee of future results.
If you're a Dunkin' Rewards member, you can get a $3 medium Dunkin' Refresher every day all month long. Not a member? Join on the app. Limit 1 per member per day. Additional charges and terms may apply. Exclusions may apply. Participation may vary. Limited time offer.
It's summer at Racetrack. Open up a bottle of savings with buy one, get one for $1 20-ounce sodas. That's delicious. Racetrack, whatever gets you going. Buy one 20-ounce soda, get one for $1. See store for details and additional limitations.
With the Autio app riding shotgun, every road trip is an adventure.
Autio is my traveling companion. It's educational, entertaining, funny. It makes the drive come to life.
The Autio app automatically plays you stories about the natural wonders, local legends, and fascinating histories outside your car window, with over 10,000 unique stories from coast to coast.
I've learned more about my hometown from the Autio app than I did growing up here.
Autio, the perfect companion for your next road trip. Learn more at autio.com.
Hey, Magic fans, when you're heading out to the Amway Center or anytime you're away from your business, commercial, or residential property, or you have a special event and you want to be sure that you're well protected, contact American Protection Services and Investigations, proud partner of the Orlando Magic. For a full list of our security services, dial 833-4APSI. Over 30 years in the business, your safety is our top priority because your business is our business.
Finding great people to hire is like trying to find a needle in a haystack. It's pretty difficult, right? Well, ZipRecruiter has mastered finding a needle in a haystack, so they take it to the next level. They make hiring so simple that it's like finding a needle in a needle stack. And that's why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. Here's what it's like to use ZipRecruiter. They have so many qualified candidates that it's easier to find the right ones for your roles. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. That's a lot of needles. So how do they do it? ZipRecruiter's powerful technology sends you candidates who are a great match for your job, and you can even invite your top choices to apply. So if you want less hay and more needles, head to ZipRecruiter.
ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. At ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Do it. Take the first step towards LASIK and score a great deal at LASIK Plus today. Right now, LASIK Plus is offering $1,000 off their Wavelight laser when treated in June. That's $500 off per eye with guaranteed financing. Visit mylasicoffer.com for details.
In this week's Marketers Report, Raja Rajamanar, Chief Marketing and Communications Officer of MasterCard, talks about measurement.
Measuring Sonic and Sonic branding and Sonic initiatives across the board, the principles of measurement are the same, but the parameters that you measure are different. We measured, and what we find is our investment is paying for itself in oodles. We have been partnering with iHeart across multiple platforms, both for brand enhancement as well as for performance marketing. I think the cut-through of the message and the recall of the brand are much higher. Also, it has been very beneficial for us to integrate some of our campaigns into the native content of iHeart. It has been a very nice partnership, and it continues to be very strong into the future.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to the audiences, trusted influencers, and data you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
Grab your shades, your flip-flops, and your free iHeartRadio app for the unofficial start of summer 2023. No matter where you go this summer, your favorite radio station, the music you love, and the best podcasts in the world will be along for the adventure. Download the free iHeartRadio app today.
SimpliSafe was named Best Home Security of 2023 by U.S. News and World Report. But we don't do what we do for the accolades. We do it to protect you and everything you love. Our advanced sensors, indoor and outdoor HD cameras, and hazard detectors are powered by live 24/7 professional monitoring, so you get emergency help fast. Get 20% off any new system with Fast Protect monitoring at simplysafe.com/radio. There's no safe like SimpliSafe.
Episode in just a moment. All things happening in the world of entertainment and beyond. If you miss any of the show today, it's very easy for you to catch up. All you have to do is go over to thenewsjunkie.com. And not only can you get the links to the podcast, but you can create your account so you can start joining the show with your dispatches. You learn about things like secret shows. You can see things we talk about in the See It Now section and more. It's all there for you. It's up at thenewsjunkie.com, so go check that out when you get a chance. All ready to go? Yeah. All right, almost all ready to go. Your microphone is off. That's the larger problem.
You would know that if your headset was on.
Yeah, I'm ready to go, Sean. Thanks so much.
All right, now we're ready to go. Let's do this thing. Let's do the next episode.
Because there's a lot on TV, and you can't possibly keep up with all of it. Even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about?
Whoa.
How do you feel?
You feel whoa?
Nothing. Weather's nice. It's time for the next episode with Sabrina.
Hey, smoke weed every day.
Hold up. Nice fade. Nice fade. Hold up. It's the next episode brought to you by That Mortgage Guy Don, thatmortgageguyDon.com. And, of course, the Home Loans Radio Show. You can tune in every weekend, get your questions answered live, and start the process of refinancing or buying your first dream home with a man who has your best interest in mind. Start the process today by going to thatmortgageguyDon.com. It was 37 years ago, 1986, the wife of this guy right here.
James Brown?
James Brown is right. Yeah. And his wife, wife Adrienne, claimed diplomatic immunity.
Yes.
While fighting numerous traffic violations on the grounds that she was the wife of the official ambassador. Ambassador.
Isn't he the one who did that interview where he goes all wild?
That's what it's from. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jam.
Living in America.
Yeah, I like that guy.
It's a good one.
I love from night to night. You find me.
I don't know that part. What's that?
You have to watch the whole interview, yeah.
I need to go back to that.
We have to go back to the test results. If only this was on a Maury TV show.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me.
Yeah,
That's your Maury sound?
Nope.
There you
It's
go.
my baby sound. Al Pacino, we heard earlier this week that he was to be a father at the ripe age of 83 years old. And it turns out he didn't want that baby.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, he didn't celebrate when he found out that his 29-year-old girlfriend was having a baby. In fact, he demanded a prenatal DNA test.
Wasn't it his ex-girlfriend? I heard he broke
it was
up with
kind
her.
of just like a fling.
That was the one at the time when we were reading the stories about it. All of his statements about the baby were like, "Yes, I too heard that there was a baby on the way."
No, that was
De Niro.
Was that De Niro?
Yeah.
Okay, De Niro was like, "Yes, I am indeed having a baby." Like nothing was excited or positive.
So it turns out Al did not want more children, mostly because he only has 15 years left on this earth.
He's a little old.
And Noor, N-O-O-R, Noor,
I think.
even told him she couldn't conceive because of a thyroid problem, and then boom, baby.
Well, she was wrong about that.
Source says she knew Al didn't want to have more kids. They have no relationship. It's a complete mess. I guess she weaseled her way into his life before the pandemic, becoming close to his 22-year-old daughter.
Whew.
And then banging her dad.
Now, hang on here, okay? There's a lot of words in this, like weaseled in and all this stuff. It's not like he wasn't in on this. He was enjoying having sex with a much younger woman.
No, it's whoever wrote this is kind of being a douchebag.
Yeah, it
about
sounds like they're like, and then she did this, and
I
she did.
take back my statement.
Like
I do find it weird that you were friends with the daughter and then banged dad.
That's a weird transition right there.
I do have a couple friends whose dads I would bang.
Oh, really?
With their consent.
Who are they?
None of your business.
Okay.
Now, Al Pacino, he was shocked to find out that his 29-year-old, I guess estranged girlfriend, because they're not really together anymore, is pregnant. And then her friends were also shocked to find out that she's into necrophilia.
Yeah, I get it, because he's old.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm shocked to find out that if you have no other way to see your son, why not threaten that you will do crack cocaine?
All right. I'll try this out on Dylan.
I'm sorry?
I'll try this out on Dylan.
Dylan doesn't want to talk to you?
I'll be like, hey, if you don't want to come up and visit, I'm going to start doing crack.
Until you're dead?
And then he'll probably want me to, just for the memes.
The yucks.
He'll have some fun with it.
Bam Margera.
Calls you up like, are you on the crack right now?
You smoking?
That would
Smoking
be
yet?
the conversation between Bam and his child, because he has not seen his son in over 2 months, and now he's threatening to smoke crack until he's dead.
Jesus.
Unless he gets to see his kid. He just posted an alarming rant on his newest social media account, since the other ones were banned.
Is he on Truth Social?
I don't know. Ripping his family and his estranged wife, Nikki, apart. Bam says Nikki and his relatives are driving him to drink. He's waking up every day knowing he's probably not going to be able to speak to his son, Phoenix. Makes things even worse. And then he said on this social media account that he will go down to the boardwalk to smoke crack with the bums until he's dead or until Nikki allows him to see his son.
Man,
which
this
should hold up in court very well.
I've seen a lot of people like this, and I've met a lot of people like this throughout my years. And it's interesting when somebody's like this, they have no self-accountability. Like Bam Margera is blaming everything in his life on everybody else. But anybody who's looking for the outside in can tell, like, this is just a guy who's got a major addiction problem and who is doing terrible
Was he doing
things.
crack before, though?
I don't know if he was doing that, but somebody had said meth at one point in time that he may have been having some issues with.
Yeah, so I guess there was an update from Nikki's attorney. He says, unfortunately, that's now how the addictions work. People's behavior does not drive others to drink. I mean, I'd put an asterisk on that because there's definitely a lot of people's behaviors that drive others to drink.
Everything that's going on with Bam Margera is Bam Margera's fault.
It is.
And
And
he's the one who's doing this. Yeah, it's very sad to see this
Just
happening with his
stay
kid.
in rehab for a while, and then maybe we can revisit the custody.
Just finish a stint.
Yeah.
Just one time.
Just one, please.
And then be as rich as all these rich ladies.
Which
Because
ones?
Forbes just released their annual list of America's richest self-made women, and it's led by whom? Diane Hendricks.
Diane Hendricks? Who's
the hell is
that?
For the 6th year in a row, you're going to have to Google it. She's a co-founder of a company that distributes building supplies.
What? Okay.
I feel like we talked about her before. It's
Did
like
we?
cement or something like that.
American billionaire businesswoman and film producer.
Multi-billionaire. She is worth $15 billion.
Woo! Man.
If she gave $1 billion to the three of us, we would be set for life,
That
and
would be
so
nice.
would our children.
And just in case she's listening, we will accept that
Yeah.
offer.
We'll
She
give
would
you
still
a
have
free
$12
plug.
billion.
They also have here names you'll recognize: Oprah Winfrey, $2.5 billion.
No surprise.
Rihanna, $1.4.
No surprise.
Kim Kardashian, $1.2 billion. Taylor Swift, $740 million.
Damn.
And
She's
that's
almost in the billion
interesting,
club.
considering that that's just the cost of one ticket to her concert.
Yeah, that's true. She's getting real rich off everybody.
Madonna at $580 million, Beyonce $540, and then there's a tie for Celine, Judge Judy at $480 million, and then Dolly Parton and Reese Witherspoon at $440 million.
Poor Celine Dion.
Yeah, right?
You know what? The most sad thing about Celine Dion's situation right now is
She had to cancel her whole tour.
Yeah, she had to cancel her whole tour. And
because of the stiff.
the disease she has sounds like an insult. She has stiff person syndrome. Like, it sounds like you're like, oh, yeah, Celine Dion suffers from stiff person syndrome. But, like, literally, that's what she has.
Sad.
And she's not in good health right now.
It sucks, and she is a wonderful woman from what I understand.
Well, you saw her in concert,
and
right?
I witnessed it. Yeah, it was the greatest, top 10 greatest concerts I've ever been.
Wow, you almost did greatest concert when you would have elevated that over Beyonce.
Did she seem flexible, or was she
seem
already
stiff?
starting to...
Well, her mom had died that day, and she still went on with the show, so I felt like that was
Show must go on.
factor.
Yeah.
Also, Shonda
She
Rhimes.
Weird Al'd it.
$250 million.
God damn, that's a lot of money.
But if your career doesn't go on, some may blame a drinking problem like Bam. Some may blame stiff man syndrome.
Mm-hmm.
Tara Reid blames her career being killed by being unmarried and childless. And to that I say,
Well, that's-
I'm screwed.
That seems like the opposite. How would not being married and having a kid affect your career in a bad way? Because
Well,
if you got married and had a kid, it would be something that would occupy your time.
Not when you're a Hollywood star.
I mean, somebody else could have watched the kid, but at least be something that you could use as an excuse of why your career failed.
I mean, call Tara Reid a Hollywood star.
Yes, excuse me, star of Sharknado, 1 through 7. American
I
Pie.
resubmit my question.
Josie and the Pussycats.
American Pie was a huge movie.
Yes.
That was a
And
big
then
one.
also a star of my heart when it comes to TikTok with videos like this.
Tonight I'm gonna be rocking it, dropping it, shake my ass, no stopping it. I look hot in it, I look hot in it. Woo,
Ooh.
woo, 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 woo.
But yeah, she says
Sounds like she's taking wheels off of a car.
I'm not. It does. She says, I'm not married. I don't have kids. And I think in Hollywood, if you don't have kids or you're not married, you're judged. She told a magazine, so they think you're
What is this,
still
1982?
You still think that you're that party girl from 40 years ago. I'm not married. I don't have kids. And I think, okay, so they repeated the same quote in the same article to page 6 to be exact. Now, surely you could name several women in Hollywood that don't have kids and are not married and doing just fine.
Trying to think.
But do they have awesome TikTok videos like this?
Never let them steal the light behind your eyes. Never.
Ooh.
Because nothing compares. Nothing compares to you.
Who's she singing with?
It's not the worst, but
It's
I like that
actually
noise.
one of my co-stars from Sharknado 3. Oh, hell no.
Yeah.
It was these weird twins from Sweden. And she
Were they
seemed-
not famous before that?
I think they were influencers
Uh-huh.
at the time, but I specifically remember them being on set with me
Yeah.
when I was in the movie.
Yeah, I'm going to let you get away with this, but...
I was in the movie,
Just
man.
very broadly.
With a combined total of about 15 seconds.
That's good.
But I was amongst them for
Mhm.
18 hours.
I believe
and
you.
I guess she became really good friends with one of them.
Then they're still making TikToks
Yeah.
together.
Big congrats to this film right here.
Oh, Super Mario Brothers.
That is right. And the Super Mario Brothers movie just dethroned Frozen as one of the biggest animated films of all time.
Have you seen it or no?
No, I just I looked it up yesterday, and it's still $30 to rent. So I'm just
Yeah.
waiting for C-Lane to help me out here.
Yeah, get that on a USB drive.
Please.
I'll use Sean's.
No, don't do that around here.
Yeah, earlier this week, it achieved its biggest feat. Frozen is now third, and Super Mario, the second biggest animated movie of all time.
Damn.
As far as global box office. $560 million at the domestic box office, a further $727 million from overseas territories. It has now grossed $1.288 billion.
That's pretty impressive, actually, because I don't know if people expected that much out of Mario Brothers.
Why would you not? It is
I
a
mean,
global
It is
IP.
And you know what it's really good for?
Yeah.
It's really good for that new Universal theme park that they're going to be building that has a whole Mario land.
I can't wait. We would love to go and be media representatives
Oh, yeah.
for that.
I want to go there bad.
And speaking of wanting to go so bad and selling our souls, we now introduce you to T-Pain. I'm sorry, Frosty Pain.
What? He changed his name?
He changed his name because he wants to give you a free Wendy's Frosty.
Oh.
He wants to buy you a Frosty. He's teaming up with Wendy's to celebrate the return of the Strawberry Frosty, everybody. Yeah, yummy. For 2 weeks, June 5th to the 21st, you can get a free small Frosty with any purchase, but you have to use the app or the Wendy's website, and you have to sing an auto-tune.
Okay. Well, I don't know if I can do that. Sure, some people can.
Shawty, yeah.
It sounds like him.
It's supposed to be in C.
There you go.
No. I'ma buy you a Frosty. I'm not doing this stupid effing bit. Almost cursed. On the boob tube. Series finale of Manifest.
Uh-huh.
Couldn't manifest that?
Yeah, I thought it sounded nice.
What? The series finale of
No,
Manifest?
your T-Pain.
Also, Happy Pride. Peacock Shooting Stars, a movie about the life of LeBron James. Magic Mike's Last Dance, streaming premiere on Max. We have the Stanley Cup Finals. The Panthers are in it, you
Are
guys.
they really?
Yes, great
Go.
job, Panthers. Also, Game 2 of the NBA Finals. Go Miami Heat. The Lazarus Project on TNT. Who still watches that channel?
Not me.
And The Idol on HBO. On
What?
Max?
Max.
On
Max
Max.
now.
And you follow your dreams and me on Instagram at Sabrina Ambra. Give it a follow. Lots of fun events this weekend I'll be posting about. Come join me. And most importantly, stay with me, America.
Smoke weed every day.
Thank you, Sabrina. I guess technically it's still HBO, but HBO is now under Max. So
Yeah.
that sounds good. What's wrong with that?
Not with the instrumental.
Oh, you get lost in it?
Yes, You have to figure out what key the instrumental's in.
It's in C.
Are you sure?
She sounds sure.
Yeah.
It's in there somewhere, I'm sure. When we come back, we're going to do This Week in
Florida.
Now, as a theme song along with it, and we'll, you know what? I'm not going to tell you what we're going to do because C-Lane doesn't like when I take his intro.
Go around the state.
No, I'm just going to tell you This Week in Florida is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Some stations stick around 10 years, think they're a big deal.
Did we do that? Yeah, we probably did that.
It's the 30th anniversary of Real Radio 104.1. Thanks for making this happen.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Watch out for slowdowns due to an accident on Florida's Turnpike heading northbound between Oakland Exchange and Scrub J Lane. There's slowdowns on I-4 eastbound between Osceola Parkway and State Road 535. Authorities are clearing up an accident on Silver Star Road heading eastbound between Hiawassee Road and Powers Drive. See traffic troubles? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Want to save on new blinds? Blindster.com offers custom blinds, shades, and shutters at prices less than big box retailers. Order 10 free samples of any product and we'll ship them to you for free. And right now, save 50% off any order during our Memorial Day sale. Blindster.com.
Hey, we live in Central Florida, and it's more important than ever this summer with it being so hot that your AC is working perfectly. And I know that could be a little bit stressful because you start seeing dollar signs and you think people will take advantage of you. But Mills Air is a company that strives for honesty. That's what they want, and they want to make sure that you're a happy customer. They've been in business since 1992, so that's over 30 years of experience with those happy customers and keeping Central Florida cool. Their techs can service any brand that you might have, but they're a Carrier factory authorized dealer, which can get you access to really big rebates. And you can always turn to the experts at Carrier. You can turn to family-owned and operated Mills Air for help today. So give them a call to schedule your appointment, 407-277-1159, or find them online at millsair.com.
This earful of Real Radio is sponsored by Wassie's Meat Market, the best place to buy a big green egg.
Here's a chance. Ojeda. He's 1v1 with Callender. He scores! Martin Ojeda!
Orlando City's next match is on the road as the Lions travel to the Big Apple to take on the New York Red Bulls on Saturday, June 3rd at 7:30 p.m. Tune in on FM 96.9 The Game and watch on any device on the Apple TV app. Or join your fellow City fans at Fiction in downtown Orlando for the official City Pub Watch Party presented by Heineken Silver.
Orlando Science Center explores the science behind where dogs came from, how they experience the world, and what makes our bond with them so special. In Dogs, A Science Tale, hands-on exhibits will let you see, hear, and smell the world just like dogs do. Get tickets at osc.org.
If it's a day that ends in Y, you're probably stuck in Florida traffic. So turn that AC up one more notch, aim the vents toward your face, and think of a better place, like the cool, colorful produce section in your favorite grocery store. Why? Because that's where all the cool, colorful, fresh from Florida produce is. Produce just tastes better when it's grown closer to home. And when you buy fresh from Florida, you're supporting local farmers and jobs in our communities. So after you're done being stopped in traffic, pick up some fresh from Florida on your way home.
Have you noticed that solar panels are popping up everywhere? You never know who's going to have solar next, and here's a thought, it could be you. Utility rates keep going up, and now is a great time to save big with Solar Source. Solar Source has been getting the job done in Central Florida for almost 40 years, and right now, Monster fans get special access to their new AI-powered tool that can get you an estimate in 1 minute or less. Visit solarsource.com/monsters for an instant quote.
If you're hiring, it can feel like you're trying to find a needle in a haystack. You can hope the right person comes along, or you can just use ZipRecruiter. And now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. In fact, ZipRecruiter has helped a lot of business owners find their needle in a haystack, like Marco, president of operations at Telly Tires and Auto Centers. Because Telly Tires has grown a lot in the last few years, Marco needed to hire everyone from a receptionist to a store manager to a head mechanic.
ZipRecruiter helps me find all the right people, even the most difficult jobs to fill. ZipRecruiter helps me keep my business running.
Take it from Marco and millions of other businesses who've used ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter can help you find the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/RADIO. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
If there's anything better than getting a few of your favorite things from McDonald's, it's getting a few of your favorite things from McDonald's for less in the McDonald's app. Delicious. Order in the McDonald's app today. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Use mobile order and pay on the McD app and get 30% off any purchase of $5 or more, like a steak, egg, and cheese bagel meal. At participating McDonald's, valid once a day through 12/31/23, excludes tax, must opt into rewards.
The McCafe Oreo Frappe has altered my brain chemistry. It's got tasty mocha, a hint of coffee, and Oreo cookie pieces. All of this deliciousness is blended with ice, then covered in whipped topping and even more Oreo cookie pieces. Oh, that's cold. Brain Frappe! Hurry, the McCafe Oreo Frappe is back for a limited time. Use the McDonald's app and get 20% off your order of $1 or more. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Offer valid 5/1/23 through 12/31/23 at participating McDonald's. Valid one time per day until supplies last. Oreo is a trademark of Mondelez International Group used under license.
I'm Martin Hoke, the inventor of Navage Nasal Care, and I love Navage. I've told you about how your nose is the body's air filter, that Navage's powered suction will help flush out allergens, viruses, mucus, and germs, and that Navage will help you breathe better. But what do other people say about Navage? Like Haley, quote, Navage is the best thing I bought. I love it. My nose feels so clear now and I can breathe. I've been struggling with a stuffy nose for weeks. I bought Navage and it's amazing. Or this one. I use Navage every night, could not imagine life without it. I have 5 cats, and before I found Navage, I was a clogged mess. Now I breathe so much better, unquote. Those are 2 of over 100,000 online reviews praising Navage, the all-natural solution trusted by over 3 million people to help you breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier without drugs. Navage is available at Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, Target, Rite Aid, and online. Navage, Navage, clean nose, healthy life.
Last year on National Donut Day, some people forgot to get their free donut at Dunkin'. Like at Sincerely Rosie, who tweeted, "I forgot to get a free donut at Dunkin', frowny face emoji." But this year, with any luck, Rosie will be tweeting, "I remembered to get my free donut on June 2nd, smiley face emoji, thanks to a handsome-sounding radio announcer who reminded me. Why, thank you." America runs on Dunkin'. Offer valid June 2nd, 2023 with drink purchase. Applies to classic donuts only. Excludes espresso shots. Participation may vary. Terms apply.
Best price the first time. OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade. Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because your case matters. Contact them at whenyounitus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Coming up in just a moment with C-Lane. And I want to take a second here, just of your time, if you don't mind.
Second.
Just take a second here, and on behalf of all of us, truly, just thank you for listening to the show. It's very, very, very nice of you to give us
awesome.
your attention every day, to make this an incredibly highly rated show, and let us do this as a job. And it's because you take the time to hang out with us each day, and don't think that goes without us noticing. So thank you so much for being a supporter of the show. And if you miss anything today, you can always go to thenewsjunkie.com to catch up. C-Lane, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right,
Aye,
let's
aye.
do This Week in Florida.
Giving you a recap of the most grown-worthy stories in the state. It's This Week in Florida.
That's right. The weekend's here. It's time to take a trip around the Sunshine State, the great state of Florida, and see some of the craziness that has gone on in the past, 7 days-ish.
Question mark.
We'll do something like that.
Right, yeah.
And we start at the beach because summer is coming, and that means we need to get out to the beach.
I
When's
didn't
the
get
last
that memo.
time you've been to the beach?
Get our beach on.
For me?
Yeah, for real. When's the last time? Was it Hopetown?
It was with you guys, probably. It was either Jamaica or...
It was Jamaica.
Yeah, it was Jamaica. It was the last
Wow.
time I was on the beach.
And you, C-Lane?
I think my birthday. Did we?
Wow.
Is that when we went? To?
You went not that long ago because I remember seeing a photo.
Yeah. Spent a little.
What about
bit
you?
of
When's the last
beach
time you've gone?
I don't remember.
Okay.
I think it was Jamaica. I'm sad.
Well, get ready.
Okay, I'm
because
ready
we're
now.
beaching it, guys. Unfortunately, the beach is going to have massive amounts of seaweed washing ashore with
Oh, the
flesh-eating
big glob.
pathogens.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yay.
We've talked about the sargassum already, but what they neglected to mention before was all these pathogens eating your flesh.
Right, that's not good.
And they give you leaky gut syndrome.
Oh,
which
Wait,
does-
what if you already
which
have that?
Sounds terrible.
I got all the symptoms, too. Leaky gut syndrome.
So it's going to be hot bod summer as well?
Oh, this is a real thing. It's on WebMD and everything. They said.
What's it say?
It says leaky gut syndrome is said to have symptoms including bloating, gas, cramps, food sensitivities, and aches and pains. So not a good time.
Once the seaweed washes ashore, its thick brown algae carpets beaches, releasing a pungent smell as it decays and entangles humans and animals who step into it.
Jesus.
For hotels and resorts, clearing the stuff off beaches can amount to a round-the-clock operation, and the seaweed also interacts with plastic debris and Vibrio bacteria, creating what scientists call a pathogen storm that can cause some risks.
So don't go to that beach at the very least, is what you're saying.
Don't go to whatever beach is having this outbreak.
Yeah.
Lest you get the leaky gut syndrome.
No, I don't want that at all.
Maybe stay, in some backyard barbecues and some pools and stuff. Just kidding. Health officials are warning Tampa Bay residents to be careful around mosquitoes after a confirmed case of malaria.
Yay!
So we got to stay inside all weekend long.
Hot girl summer, baby. The Florida Department of Health in Sarasota and Manatee County say there's been one confirmed case of malaria. Generally, malaria is pretty treatable. There are some malaria resistant strains in some parts of the world that are of concern, so there's been a lot of work to develop vaccines for those areas. Ooh, don't say the V word. Don't say the V word. People are going to...
Vagina.
Get there's other V word, the vaccine word. Over at Fort Pierce, people get really into this whole art thing, and if you fake the art, you forge the art.
What kind of art?
Art.
Just art in general?
Like
painting,
and-
paintings and stuff.
There was a huge issue
Like
a couple
Warhols.
years ago with
Basquiat or whatever his name is.
Baptiste.
Yeah, there was a library or a museum that had all these paintings on display, and a bunch of them were fake. And it was-
FBI got involved.
Yeah, it was a big scandal.
Well, this is happening in Fort Pierce now, where a South Florida art dealer was sentenced Tuesday to 2 years and 3 months in federal prison in connection with a scheme involving the sale of fake Andy Warhol paintings. Daniel Ellie B.
Okay.
I'm going to go with B. 69 years old, sentenced in federal court in Fort Pierce. He pled guilty in February to a single count of money laundering. Prosecutors agreed to drop 16 other counts related to fraud and embezzlement, but 2 years and 3 months for some fake Warhols.
Yeah, that's big money, though. I mean, an Andy Warhol painting still, even though there's 8 billion of them out there, is still worth a whole bunch of money.
And the all the bills that Governor DeSantis has been signing, a lot of people are reacting to them, and the people are worried what the future of drag shows are going to be like. But there's another industry that is making some changes to their rules to not, run afoul of the governor.
Oh, it's giving foul.
It's the fuzzies.
The
Or
fuzzies?
The furries, excuse me.
Oh,
The fuzz-
Okay.
It's like, what the hell are the fuzzies?
Oh, the fuzzies are a
Sorry.
little like the furries.
It says
Pricklier.
The headline is Fuzzy Fuss after DeSantis law forces Megaplex 2023 furry convention to become an 18 and up affair, which begs the question: how many people under 18 are going to furry conventions?
I don't think that furry conventions had any adult content to it.
Sometimes they do.
In what sense?
I did an interview on the Discord a long time ago with 2 people who were furries, and I learned so much about that interesting community. And there is a lot of sex stuff kind of tied into it. But I don't think there's a ton of kids going to those things.
I mean, do they make?
And also, is
if
this
there are
a priority?
If they are, all they are thinking about is like these are funny costumes or something. They don't understand the community aspects.
They're not doing that weird furry hookup
Yeah,
stuff.
if you're not at a sports game, doing flips, then get out of here. Am I right?
Sports game doing flips.
As a mascot.
Yeah, she's going back to her mascot days.
Organizers of an upcoming fandom convention for furries have decided to limit its attendance to those 18 and older in a switch made to comply with the DeSantis law forbidding children from attending, quote, adult live entertainment, unquote. Many have raised concerns about recent changes in Florida legislation. The Orlando-based convention Megaplex announced in statement last week. But, I didn't really think that there were a whole bunch of how big of a change is this going to be on this convention?
There's probably a lot of 16, 17, and 18-year-olds that are in that community because of online stuff.
Right.
But don't you put on the suit?
Well, when I hear kids, I always think little kids, right? And there's not going to be a 6-year-old, I don't think, going to a furry convention.
No.
I wouldn't.
I don't even know if they have
Unless
furry
their parents
costumes.
are furries.
Could be.
Maybe.
Maybe.
It says the subculture has been linked to a sexual kink for people like animal creatures.
Linked by whom?
I think
if you've ever watched a documentary about this stuff, there's undoubtedly sexual tie-ins to all
Sure.
this.
I think you can have a sexual tie-in with anything, but a convention like that,
I think it's
would you say the same for a MegaCon?
No, because MegaCon doesn't have an inherent sexual tie-in. The MegaCon is just a general
there
thing.
are some people at the MegaCon who there are people who dress like characters.
They're sexualized
then there were
people.
sexy characters.
Oh yeah, you can make anything sexy too.
Yeah,
take whatever character, Gumby, sexy Gumby,
sexy Gumby,
super hot.
I'd like to see a sexy Gumby.
Okay.
The subculture has been linked to sexual kink for people like animal characters by mainstream media, but for most furries, their attraction to the community was not sexual, according to a survey of furries cited by Vox.
Oh, really?
That's got to be a fun time, surveying all those furries. I wonder if they were in costume whilst being surveyed.
I don't know. What was the survey results?
They were just saying that they're into it for non-sexual reasons.
Okay,
is what they were saying. Members of the community who are aroused by aspects of the fandom and furry conventions often have events catered to those members, which are held later at night to avoid conflicts with the family-friendly offerings. Well,
makes sense.
They won't have to worry about those conflicts anymore now that the furry convention is 18 and up. Guys want to feel old?
Yeah. I mean, no. Why did I say yes?
I don't know.
I don't.
Maybe you do want to feel old.
I felt old with my birthday,
but
got past that. Thank God.
Down in Miami Beach, there's this headline news, and this person is apparently famous, and I have never heard of them. The singer who has found themselves with a charge of DUI hit and run.
I saw this.
Is Danny Lee?
Oh, I love Danny Lee. Oh, yeah, I'm big into that.
Sing one of Danny Lee's songs.
I was like,
Danny Lee.
Danny.
I'm Danny.
Coming home. That's the song Coming Home.
Well, singer Danny Lee
actually someone else's song.
of Coming Home fame was arrested on a felony hit and run charge early Tuesday morning after police accused her of driving drunk and hitting a moped rider on South Beach, dragging the scooter for about a block before officers caught up with her. The 28-year-old's real name is Danielle Lee Curiel, was born in Miami and now lives in Pembroke Pines. Besides being a recording artist, she's known, and I do know this name, she's known for being the ex-girlfriend of rapper DaBaby.
Oh, I know that.
She shares a daughter.
Also updated that when searching her car, they found an entire open bottle of Patron right there in the dash.
Not a good look.
But
she knows how to party.
Yeah, but she's facing some charges for this, I'm imagining.
The moped rider survived but suffered a kidney laceration and spinal fracture. Aside from the felony hit-and-run charge, Curiel faced 2 drunken driving citations. She was no longer listed in Miami-Dade jail records. Well, maybe
How do you get 2? I told you that the night I know somebody got 2 DUIs in one night, but
you're about to say
No, it wasn't me. I promise. It was somebody I know, but I won't say who. But this sounds like it was just one incident.
I think you can get 2 if you drive drunk, say she got in this wreck, and she got out of the car and went, "Oh, well, that's bad. And then she gets back in the car.
Pull that,
And
please.
she drives for a second
Please
time.
pull that.
How did she say that?
Oh, that's bad. And then she gets the second one. And yes, the report states officers later found an empty bottle of Don Julio 1942 in the car.
That's what it was.
The girl likes her tequila.
Man.
And South Beach. And dragging mopeds for a couple blocks. Man charged with child abuse and probably some other things after throwing an infant at a police officer during a high-speed
He
chase.
threw the actual child?
Yeah, at the cop. So, you know, it's more of a charge than if you just throw a child at a regular person.
Yeah.
Because this is a law enforcement officer.
An aggravated charge.
Let's see. Pembroke Pines Airport was shut down after they spotted a coyote running on the tarmac. That was a cute picture. West Palm Beach is having some trouble trying to feed the homeless. The city is clamping down on people feeding the homeless without a permit.
Mm-hmm.
They're saying it's just causing all sorts of trash and cleanup.
What, are they fining them for doing it?
I think so.
Yeah, that's what they usually do.
You have to permit to feed groups of 25 people or more, and these people are just going willy-nilly on it, not getting their permit. And last but not least, in This Week in Florida, a man says he broke into a house to hide from a ghost. Andrew George is in jail for allegedly breaking into a Daytona Beach home. He was booked last week for 2 counts of burglary. He was called to a historic home for a shooting that turned out to be a burglary. He said it was all just hiding from the ghost. Scary ghost. That's it for This Week in Florida.
Thank you, C-Lane. Excuse me.
Okay.
Apologies. It's Friday. Just going to the finish
Saturday,
line here. When we come back, we're going to hear from you. Your dispatches are on the way. Plus, more news about that reboot of The Office. And this is enough to piss me off.
Don't be a shoeless? Or what were we, shoeless something?
We were barefoot.
Barefoot hobos.
I don't know if it was hobos, but it was close.
Shoeless hillbillies?
Shoeless hillbillies.
Okay.
That might have been it. But another update on that Office reboot they're doing, which pisses me off, coming up next on the News Junkie.
You know you can always text us, unless you're driving, at 77031. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade.
Watch out for slowdowns due to an accident on Silver Star Road heading eastbound between Hiawassee Road and Powers Drive. There's delays due to an accident off to the side on I-4 eastbound before John Young Parkway. Heading through the city, you can expect congestion heading westbound on I-4 between Princeton Street and Robinson Street. See traffic troubles? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Audible. Kickstart your imagination with Audible. Hear celebrity and music memoirs, mysteries, true crime, and more. Audible is the home of storytelling, audiobooks, podcasts, and originals. Sign up for a free trial at audible.com.
Ready to do this.
Get ready. Our iHeartRadio Music Festival is back.
This festival is insane to bring all these different types of music together.
Can you believe all the artists performing?
And this year, you'll be able to watch live on Hulu.
The biggest stars from all walks of music.
Be here as our 2023 iHeartRadio Music Festival lineup is revealed. Tuesday morning at 8 a.m.
Orlando's best comedy room is safely open. The Orlando Improv welcomes Godfrey on June 2nd and June 3rd.
I was born in Nebraska.
Like I had a choice. You know, like I could come out my mom and say, oh, sorry, Mom, I want to be born in Brooklyn. Tickets and showtime online at theimprovorlando.com. Come for the comedy. We can all use a little laugh. The Improv is hiring for all evening positions. Line cook, cocktail servers, and wait staff. We cater to top talent and the best locals in the Central Florida area. Please call 407-408-5233 or email for open interviews.
If it's a day that ends in Y, you're probably stuck in Florida traffic. So turn that AC up one more notch, aim the vents toward your face, and think of a better place, like the cool, colorful produce section in your favorite grocery store. Why? Because that's where all the cool, colorful, fresh from Florida produce is. Produce just tastes better when it's grown closer to home. And when you buy fresh from Florida, you're supporting local farmers and jobs in our communities. So after you're done being stopped in traffic, pick up some fresh from Florida on your way home.
Looking for more energy? Amino Energy by Optimum Nutrition is now available at 7-Eleven for only $2.49. Or now 3 for $5 through June 27th. From morning wake up to afternoon pick me up, Amino Energy serves up 0 grams of sugar and refreshing fruit flavors. Grab one today at 7-Eleven and get more from your day. There's more of you in you with Amino Energy.
Welcome back. Dave and Herb here, and we're talking fresh.
Fresh from Florida, that is.
There's tomatoes, broccoli, watermelon.
You're just putting fra in front of produce.
As in fresh from Florida.
You don't need to make up words. Friends, visit followfreshfromflorida.com to see what's in season.
If there's anything better than getting a few of your favorite things from McDonald's, it's getting a few of your favorite things from McDonald's for less in the McDonald's app. Delicious. Order in the McDonald's app today. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Use mobile order and pay on the McD app and get 30% off any purchase of $5 or more, like a steak, egg, and cheese bagel meal. At participating McDonald's, valid once a day through 12/31/23, excludes tax, must opt into rewards.
The McCafe Oreo Frappe has altered my brain chemistry. It's got tasty mocha, a hint of coffee, and Oreo cookie pieces. All of this deliciousness is blended with ice, then covered in whipped topping and even more Oreo cookie pieces. Whoa, that's cold. Brain Frappe! Hurry, the McCafe Oreo Frappe is back for a limited time. Use the McDonald's app and get 20% off your order of $1 or more. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Offer valid 5/1/23 through 12/31/23 at participating McDonald's. Valid one time per day until supplies last. Oreo is a trademark of Mondelez International Group used under license.
I'm Martin Hoke, the inventor of Navage Nasal Care, and I love Navage. I've told you about how your nose is the body's air filter, that Navage's powered suction will help flush out allergens, viruses, mucus, and germs, and that Navage will help you breathe better. But what do other people say about Navage? Like Haley, quote, "Navage is the best thing I bought. I love it. My nose feels so clear now and I can breathe. I've been struggling with a stuffy nose for weeks. I bought Navage and it's amazing." Or this one, "I use Navage every night, could not imagine life without it. I have 5 cats, and before I found Navage, I was a clogged mess. Now I breathe so much better." Unquote. Those are 2 of over 100,000 online reviews praising Navage, the all-natural solution trusted by over 3 million people to help you breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier without drugs. Navage is available at Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, Target, Rite Aid, and online. Navage, Navage, clean nose, healthy life.
If you love Florida and you love fun, then might I suggest you pick up a rod and reel and go fishing? Because here in the Sunshine State, fishing, fun, and Florida just go together. And you know what else goes with fishing, fun, and Florida? I'll give you a hint. It starts with an L. That's right, a license. Getting your fishing license opens up a whole lot of fun and new memories, and it's never been easier to get one. Just visit fun.gooutdoorsflorida.com to order yours. And before you know it, you'll be more relaxed than you can even imagine. Casting your line in your local fishing hole, propping your feet up in that rental rowboat, and of course, catching the big one. So go to fun.gooutdoorsflorida.com. Then plan your escape, because fishing is a great way to connect with family, friends, and of course, nature. Your fishing license is just a few clicks away. Order yours today at fun.gooutdoorsflorida.com and enjoy all the fishing, fun, and Florida you deserve.
Orlando attorney Mo DeWitt, sung by a non-attorney spokesperson.
Hi, I'm Pastor Jeff Shreve, and I invite you to follow me as we pursue wisdom and peace through Pray.com's new podcast, Weekly Wisdom. Every week, we will embark on a journey through the Bible to discover encouraging truths and wisdom to last a lifetime. The Bible says wisdom is like a teacher standing at the gate, calling for us to hear her words before it's too late. Will you answer that call? Listen to Weekly Wisdom with Pastor Jeff Shreve on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Well, hey there! The weekend is on. Thanks for hanging out with us. We have so much to get to, and we're going to hear from you with your dispatches. You can send a dispatch in to join us on the show over at thenewsjunkie.com. Very easy for you to do. And we all talked about this when this came out. I forgot if everybody was on board with seeing it or not, but they were going to reboot The Office, they said.
That's right.
Right? They're going to reboot it on Prime Video, and they said they're going to do this in Australia, and they're going to replace Michael Scott with a lady.
Oh, my God.
Unbelievable.
I'm not watching it.
Put a lady in that seat. And that wasn't the thing that pissed me off about this. I said we could give it a shot. It's going to be somebody named Felicity Ward. She's a stand-up comedian. She's good at physical humor. It takes a lot to play that role of Michael Scott, even though it kind of seems like you just say dumb stuff. You have to say it in a particular way to really nail some of those jokes.
You know, when they were originally casting The Office, and he later actually got a chance to play the role to a point, Bob Odenkirk was one of the potential people to play Michael Scott. And so often we hear about who could have been in a role, and you go, my gosh, that would have been so stupid. Like they wanted Will Smith to be Neo in The Matrix.
Right.
And you go, man, Will Smith to be Neo?
What a bad decision.
That would be awful. But I honestly, and because we've seen him do it now, I think Bob Odenkirk would have killed it.
I think he would have done well, too. He just can do that kind of work. There's one scene that always sticks with me as just really, really well done in The Office. And it's not particularly the funniest scene or anything, but it was one continuous shot. And Michael Scott, who was dressed up as Santa, was angry that there was another Santa Claus in the office. Somebody else had dressed up. And so he goes into his office and he's like, I didn't want to have to do this. Didn't want to have to do this. And as he's delivering these lines, he's taking off the Santa Claus costume, and then he puts it inside out to turn himself into Jesus, because it's like all white on the inside out, and it's all one shot, and he just like absolutely drills that. And I'm like,
some of my favorite clips is The Office bloopers.
Oh yeah, they're
that
good.
Are coming up now, and it really seemed like such a fun workplace.
Yeah.
That they all got along together.
Bloopers, anything, I don't care what show it is, bloopers, anything will always like make me actually physically smile. Like,
what about bloopers for Schindler's List?
Oh, that might be. I don't know. That's
Do they have that reel?
I don't know. They might want to bury that one.
Show me that reel.
Just keep that out of the public eye.
The ones for Eastbound and Down.
We're good.
Oh, gosh.
So funny with Will Ferrell.
With Will Ferrell and Craig Robinson, when he's like, I feel it down on my stones. And Craig Robinson's trying to keep a straight face and is just impossible.
Well, in this female-led The Office reboot that's going to be on Prime Video, it's not the fact that there's a female Michael Scott, or David Brent is what the name was in the UK. That's not what's turning me off here. It's this thing, okay? It says the Australian adaptation will be an 8-part Amazon original show. That's not what's bothering me. Filming will take place over 8 weeks beginning in June. That's not what's bothering me. It will launch globally. That's not what's bothering me. Except in the United States of America.
What?
On Prime Video in 2024.
Wait,
Every
what?
other country in the world gets this show, and we don't.
Because of NBC?
Maybe. It might be because of the rights that they hold to the show in the U.S., so you got to get a little creative.
So you can't even buy it?
I don't think so.
Somewhere else?
I think they will completely remove it if you're in the U.S. On their store.
Vagina.
But you could use like a VPN, I'm sure, and put yourself in another country where you can watch that.
So complicated.
I know. I want to do that. I was trying to get Austin to set something up so I could just like hit a button or like have an app and switch over to a VPN saying I'm in another country, because I just want to be on Netflix and see the different stuff. I just want to like see what they see. And watch other
it would
programs.
take him 2 weeks to set it up, and you would use it one time.
I probably would only use it very few times, but I have a lot of things.
Don't even mention that, because he's going to start working on that, and the lights are never going to get fixed.
Don't put it on the list, Austin. We got plenty of other things to get going here. All right, there is a story that I've been seeing all over social media this week, because there's some interesting visuals along with it, and
Facebook,
on all those social media
Instagram, Twitter,
platforms,
y'all see
there is a woman who I guess turns out to be a singer. And she is in a viral video where she was letting some dude have it because he pulled her wig off. No, like in real life.
In New York, I saw this.
Some guy who she did not know, who was walking by her, and I guess he just like takes his fingers and like picks the wig up off of her, And then
he was a douchebag.
Well, she's screaming at this guy.
And he got everything he deserved.
And he got fired as a result of this. I think he may have been a little drunk. I think he might have been just screwing around.
Look at his smug piece of ass face.
Yeah.
I don't even think you can play the clip because she's cursing.
No, I got it in a news report, so it's a different one. Yeah, because she starts screaming at him and pushing the phone in his face.
A complete stranger. This is on the streets of New York, and he thought that it was okay to pull her wig off?
Yeah, I did think she overplayed her hand at a couple of points here because she filed a police report. Fine. It shouldn't be that big of a deal, but don't touch people.
You don't touch people's hair.
Fine. But then she said she had to go to a doctor and get medication
That's what the lawyer told her to do.
Her neck. And it's
if you look at her, if you look at her
pulled her wig
TikTok,
off. She didn't get injured here.
listen though, what you look at her TikTok explanation of it, and upon filing the police report, they said go to the doctor.
Right, of course.
That was that's part of it.
The doctor should have said a wig was pulled off your head. You're not injured here.
She was told to go do that so that the police report would be taken seriously.
She said in the video that I see that you're lined up with this lady. That's fine. But she said in the video that I saw, she goes, I went to the doctor and they said, you feeling any pain? She said, I told them my neck was feeling really stiff and they gave me some muscle relaxers. And that's what she had explained in the video that I saw. And I was like, okay, this guy is an asshole. Stop touching people. Don't do that stuff. But do we need to go to where you're wearing a neck brace because he pulled a wig off of your head? I don't think we need to go that far. I think that seems like overplaying things. But she's talking to the local news now, and she got him fired because it's insane to me how fast they can dox you on
12
TikTok.
hours.
From a video of a guy, all you see is his face. He doesn't say what his name is as far as I know. And then they find out, here's his page on this law firm that he works with. And he got fired from his $115,000 a year job, which is not all that much in New York City, but still. Here they are talking on about this on Pix 11 in New York. Let's see what they say.
Yes, this happened to me, but I don't want to forever be the girl that got her wig snatched.
Singer Lizzie Ashley became a viral internet sensation this week, not because of her versatile vocals.
My mama don't love me.
Oh.
My sister don't love me.
That's not too bad.
Gosh, nobody loves her.
Here's the guy who is the attorney who did this to her, and then she just starts filming him. And as I said, I don't know. It's only a video, but I think he may have been out drinking and just acted like an idiot, pulled the wig off of her head when she was walking by.
A complete stranger.
And he didn't think he was going to be messing with the lady who would take out her phone immediately, which I don't know why people don't learn this lesson, right? First of all, don't do these things, obviously, right? Obvious that's the message. But if you're acting like an idiot, understand that everybody pulls out their phone now. Whatever it is, doesn't matter. You're going to be recorded, and people are going to see what you did, and then it's going to be spread all around, and then you end up in this position like this guy is.
Hey, what makes you think that that's okay?
That's her yelling
The New
out.
York native was walking through Herald Square early Monday morning when
For what reason did you take my wig off?
Ashley grabbed her phone and confronted the man she says suddenly ripped her go-to green wig clean off her scalp.
His friend keeps trying to get him out of there, too. His friend keeps grabbing him. He's like, dude, please. You know how this is going to go. And he grabs him by the shoulders and
And
stuff.
this man just decides as I'm walking past him to take my hair off. He's like, pulls it, and my neck goes back, and then I turn around, and I'm like, whoa, what are y'all doing?
It happened after a night out, and the
What a
harrowing
dumbass.
aftermath has since been viewed millions of times, sparking outrage from the internet.
Now, what does this guy do now? I mean, you're not probably going to get another law firm job.
No.
At least for a little while here.
Boy, the quick flip of finding out who he was.
Oh, that's wild
I don't
to
even
me.
know what indication of that
You
I
take
could start off with.
You
New
take
York,
a screenshot of his face, and then how do you find
Google
out from
image?
that? Yeah, maybe reverse image search or something. They're able to do this stuff, and it's kind of mind blowing to me. So she wins that round, and we want to hear from you. Let's go over to your dispatches from thenewsjunkie.com. Here is Unexplained Bacon chiming in about bloopers. Okay.
C-Lane.
Ow.
Actually, I can feel it down in my plums.
In my plums.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
Funny either way. Stones, plums. I like both of them. Makes me laugh. Here's Loki talking about furries, which got everybody fired up on the chat side of things.
Okay. Good weekend, everybody.
Hey.
So I used to do comic conventions for years, and the furries began, and trust me, they have a good time.
They party,
and there's quite a bit of hooking up a lot of the times, and it's
that just like mask to mask,
kind of a kink because they stay in their costumes.
Yeah, you got to.
Sometimes you don't always know who you're hooking up with, from what I've been told. It's kind of a thing.
Like dry humping?
Just watch the documentary on furries. It was a really interesting one. Unfortunately, I don't know what the name of it was, but if you look up furries documentary, you'll learn about what those people are up to. And some of them seem like totally normal people. Some of them are into a lot more aggressive and really racy stuff. And they've got like sex toys for it and all sorts of interesting things. It's one of those rabbit holes you can go down.
I told you guys before that when I was in high school, we found out that the guy who ran like the IT department, which there wasn't a lot of stuff that he did. I mean, there wasn't a whole lot of IT going around. I'm sure that high schools have like Wi-Fi now,
right,
and all kinds of stuff. That wasn't a thing. But the guy that ran it, we found his live journal.
Oh boy!
Somebody found his live journal, and he was a furry. And we never looked at him the same again.
And people just go wild for that stuff. I Was Man for a Joke said, this is furry propaganda. No, it's not. Somebody earlier said, who was it? Jason on YouTube says, why does it sound like Sean Watson is having pity on this guy? TF, when I see stories like that, I go, this is an idiot doing something stupid that they probably realized afterwards was stupid. And I just wonder, like, at this point, I'm fine with it. Like, she went after him. She got hers. He lost his job. I just wonder where these end sometimes. Like, where there's people that continue to follow them around and they want, like, the rest of their life to be ruined for one dumb decision. I disagree with that. I think that's really a ridiculous way to live your life. The guy should apologize to her, and then everybody should move on. But that doesn't happen all the time. There's people who you pull off some girl's wig, make a stupid-ass move like that, and then it's like, well, now you're going to suffer. We're going to follow you city to city, and we're going to get you fired from all of these jobs. That is dumb, and that's something that we shouldn't be doing. Although you should punish people for doing stupid stuff, and that's what he's getting right now. When we come back, we're going to hear from you, your dispatches. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and hit record on your first dispatch right now. Plus, we're going to do jury duty. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
What's more exciting than a brand new iPhone with a dozen cameras? How about Real Radio on your iPhone? Just tell Siri to play Real Radio 104.1.
This is Super Bowl champion Alfred Williams. Here's what's trending on the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Mercedes-Benz.
The three-point shot has the ability to change the course of a game. When the shots aren't falling, keeping the game competitive is going to be difficult. But when you're a championship-caliber team, players and coaches adapt, and that's what Denver did last night. The team was consistent at getting to the free-throw line, attack the paint, and continue to capitalize off turnovers. And if that's the type of basketball IQ we should expect from the Nuggets in this series, that could be really dangerous. I'm Dan Patrick.
Stunning design, unmatched intelligence, and a compact ready for anything build. Sometimes exceptional is the rule. The Mercedes-Benz GLA, member of the unrivaled SUV family. Learn more at MBUSA.com.
Folks, we live in Central Florida, and it is hot outside. It's important that your AC works perfectly every single time you want it to, and that's pretty much all the time. That's why I strongly suggest if you have any issues or to make sure you don't have any issues with preventative maintenance, you pick up the phone and you call Mills Air. One thing I don't tell you about a lot with Mills Air is their customer service is literally the best I've ever experienced. You pick up the phone, you call, and it rings a couple of times, and then a nice person actually picks up the phone, and a human being will walk you through scheduling your repair and everything else that you want to do with your AC. And they've been doing this for a long time. They've been in business since 1992. It's 30 years plus of experience in keeping Central Florida cool. Their techs are the best of the best, and they're a Carrier factory authorized dealer, meaning they can get you up to $1,275 in rebates toward a brand new Carrier unit. You could always turn to the experts at Carrier, and you could always turn to family-owned and operated Mills Air. Give them a call at 407-277-1159 or find them online at millsair.com.
Packing for your summer road trip? Leave the travel guide at home and bring the Autio app along for the ride. Autio brings any drive to life with fascinating stories about the places you go, all narrated by expert storytellers. Browse through Autio's more than 10,000 fascinating location-based tales to inspire your travel itinerary and discover unique destinations along the way. Wherever summer takes you, make your next drive an adventure with Autio, the perfect companion for your next road trip. Learn more at AUTIO.com.
Here at the Almond Joy Factory, where tropical vibes abound, we use soft, fresh-tasting coconut.
The crunchiest almonds and delicious chocolate candy.
Ah, but do you know what our most important ingredient is? Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Sometimes you don't.
Almond Joy's got nuts and something even way better than that. Yes, Almond Joy is made with almonds and joy.
Did you suffer through 2022 with a terrible bathroom? You wanted to make that call to Rebath in Mid-Florida. You just couldn't do it. Well, make 2023 the year that you finally do pick up that phone and let these guys show you what they can do. And what they can do is amazing. Take a bathroom that you hate, it's old, it's out of date, doesn't look great, doesn't really complement your home, and turn that into a magical spa-like environment that you begin or end every day in, and it makes you super happy. Here's the great thing. They do this with their employees. They do it in just 4 to 6 days, and they give you a lifetime guarantee on the products and the install. And guys, these products are simply amazing. Natural stone, travertine, and marble, all those beautiful colors. But it's the quality of the products that you've got to feel when you go to the showroom. 436 up in Altamont, right across from Kobe. Stop in, feel that quality, picture that in your house. That can happen. They're exceptionally good at it. Let them design a bathroom that you are going to love using their products, your ideas, their ideas. And next thing you know, their craftsmen will have it installed and you will love it. 2023 is the year that you get a new bathroom courtesy of Rebath, midfla.com.
If you're hiring, it can feel like you're trying to find a needle in a haystack. You can hope the right person comes along, or you can just use ZipRecruiter. And now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. In fact, ZipRecruiter has helped a lot of business owners find their needle in a haystack, like Marco, president of operations at Telly Tires and Auto Centers. Because Telly Tires has grown a lot in the last few years, Marco needed to hire everyone from a receptionist to a store manager to a head mechanic.
ZipRecruiter helps me find all the right people, even the most difficult jobs to fill. ZipRecruiter helps me keep my business running.
Take it from Marco and millions of other businesses who've used ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter can help you find the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/RADIO. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
It's summer at Racetrack. Grab one slice of pizza and get the second for only $1. Buy one, get one for $1 pizza? Oh yeah, it's a delightful summer. Racetrack, whatever gets you going. Buy one, get one for $1. See store for details.
One day you're serving in the military, and then the next day you come home and you're dealing with an injury.
Britton is in recovery from an addiction to prescription opioids.
My opioid misuse and need got so strong. Addiction is hard. You're not going to fix it on your own. You have to reach out for help. The recovery side of it is amazing. You get to a place where you're proud of yourself again.
If you or someone you know is struggling, there is hope. Recovery is possible. Visit cdc.gov/RxAwareness.
Second half of the year looking busier than the first? Hire with Indeed. Their powerful platform makes it easy to attract, interview, and hire candidates in one place. Sponsor a job and immediately get a short list of quality candidates. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
This earful of Real Radio is sponsored by Wassey's Meat Market, the best place to buy a big green egg.
We're in it for the likes. Real Radio 104.1 on Facebook is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
Just a moment. Thanks for hanging out with us. It is always appreciated. And if you want to check out the podcast of the show, which hopefully we've fixed some of the issues that people were having with that, you can find it over at thenewsjunkie.com. And if you are having issues or you have anything else you want to email me about, your thoughts on things, that's always allowed to tips@thenewsjunkie.com. There is a whole nother world that none of us are really tuned into on TikTok, and it's called Book Talk. That's what they call it. And it's the world of
sounds boring
young adult writing, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's like books for like teenagers mostly.
Isn't there a code word for that? Isn't it like
Young adult,
Yoad?
Maybe there might be. Yeah, it's like young adult fiction writing, and there's always so much drama in that world. There's been books that people have removed from print. There's been people who have been dropped from the publishers because some little controversy pops up. But this is one of the more interesting ones I've seen in a while. And they said that there is a writer named Sarah Stusek who has been dropped by her publisher.
Dropped?
She had a book coming out that was called 3 Rivers. And what she had done is she sent the book around to people who
Was 4
were,
Rivers taken?
I guess so. And people who are in the industry and who would do reviews, because they do that with books sometimes. Like before it's out for sale for everybody, they'll give it to some people who are insiders. And this one woman reviewed the book, and she gave it a 4 out of 5 stars, okay? And the person who wrote the book got upset about the 4 out of 5 star
Come on,
review.
man.
Hey, lady,
And
come
it's like,
on.
hang on, 4 out of 5 stars is pretty good. Like, if I wrote a book and it got 3 out of 5 stars, I'd be like, okay, I dodged a bullet there. If it got 4 out of 5, I'd be like, that's good.
That's your own piece of work, and you're like, it's a 5 out of 5. I know it, despite someone else is supposed to rate this.
Well, the woman was mad. Here's what it says in the story. It says, the controversy began over the weekend when Goodreads user Carly Kabartas, an event planner at a nursing home in Massachusetts who graduated
party
from
time.
Pace University last year, posted a positive review, again 4 stars, of an advanced copy of the book. It was the first book she had ever gotten early, she said. The initial version of her review praised 3 Rivers as a really great first novel, but said the ending was kind of predictable. So for the predictable ending, they got the 4 out of 5 stars. The publisher sees this and was pissed off. Or the writer sees this and was pissed off. She goes, it's based on my life. So the predictable ending was just how it actually
But
ended.
is it fiction?
Yeah, it's a work of fiction that she said was like loosely based on her experiences. Apparently, this woman says that when she was younger, her parents had 2 strangers take her from her bedroom in the middle of the night to take her to a therapy program for troubled teens.
Gay conversion.
and I guess that's what they were writing about in this. And anyway, so what happened was she gets all mad because somebody gave it 4 out of 5 stars, and she's pissed at this person, which is super petty and dumb. And then the person who gave it 4 out of 5 stars went back and gave it 1 star because
You can do that?
I guess so, because she came at her for the review. And that set the lady on fire. You know, she went on a whole social media campaign like an absolute lunatic. And her publisher, or publishing company that publishes her books, dropped her as a result of this. And it's like, wow, all of this started over the tiniest of things. Like, maybe just look at the 4-star review and go, okay, I feel good about that.
Not bad.
If we finish this show today and somebody goes, not their best, I'm going to give it 4 stars. I'll be like, damn, guys, we did good. 4
For a
stars.
Friday.
Yeah, I'll take it. That's not bad. We'll take the 4 stars. Certainly wouldn't go on a campaign against somebody.
Still a little like tired from yesterday. So 4 stars is good enough.
Yeah, we're running on like 70% at this point. We're just trying to do the
Saturday,
show.
Sunday.
We're just trying to throw words out there. We're going to get to a couple of dispatches before we do jury duty, and go to the website to send those in. Here is Greeky McPeta Pants with a dispatch.
That's a good one.
All right.
I like the fact that nobody acknowledged the perfect joke that Sean set up, talking about furries and going down a rabbit hole. Wiggle, wiggle, pop, pop.
That is a pretty good.
It was right there.
Pretty good thing that we missed there.
Let's go over to Bro Villa. Let's see what he says.
Junkies.
Hey.
Dude.
You're quiet.
Found paint rollers, 4-inch ones, 6-inch ones.
On Temu.
Oh, he's talking about Temu,
and full sleeve rollers and 1/4 inch, 3/8, and 1/2 inch.
All of them?
Dude. Oh my God, bro. I just spent $40 and I have like almost 3 years worth of stuff.
That's awesome.
He went on that Temu app. Was it TEMU?
Yeah.
And we were talking about how the company is losing money on every sale because they made stuff so cheap. And Bro Villa's now got 3 years worth of paint.
Now,
rollers.
when we talk about it, I can't not hear Limu Emu.
I know. Yeah, they should.
Temu
They should try to license that out if they can do that. But all right, it's time to get into it.
Gotta pay extra for Doug.
Here we go. Let's do jury duty.
Court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass. You're now on jury duty with the News Junkie.
Jury duty brought to you by the one, the only Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm.
Saw him this morning.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
The guy can't even take off on his day off. He took a vacation day today, and he was still working today.
I was very surprised. I said, I thought you had the day off. And then everyone was still in the office. I got to see Melissa, his beautiful wife, John, and Forrest.
Yeah, he was doing
They gave me merch.
He was doing a staycation thing,
Yeah.
I think, today.
Well deserved.
And do you know what he he told me he was doing? And I was like, oh, man, C-Lane should do this trick. Your kid will never know what's going on. But he said, I'm going to tell my son that we're actually going to Canada, and then he's just going to drive to the hotel in town and not go anywhere, and then the kid will be like, I went to Canada this summer. Right? Like a whole experience, and you're like, man, isn't it awesome when your kid's so small that you can pull off whatever lie you want?
Yeah, I think there's a holiday surrounded on that.
They will believe anything that you feed to them. It's fantastic. Anyhow, he's a great dad and a great attorney. And if you are injured on the go, you just call Mo. It's 866-CALL-MO, 866-CALL-MOE.
I thought he was going to not go to Disney and then tell the kid it was Disney. And so that whenever the kid wants to go to Disney, he expects exactly what's at that hotel and nothing more.
Right. You know, people sometimes look down on the whole staycation thing. I think it's brilliant, man. Like, if you just want a weekend to relax, it's easier to relax not in your house.
Yeah.
And you like get room service, like treat yourself, get a nice room.
You
that kind of stuff is
leave your
awesome.
room, and then it comes back, and the bed is made, and you have fresh towels.
That's
and you
way
use
more
every
relaxing.
single one of them.
I dig it. I think that's a good idea for people to do. Try it at least once in your
Let's
life.
do it Monday.
We had the last Monday off. And
Okay, no one had to know that.
One of the Mondays before that too.
No one had to know that.
I mean, I really want more Mondays off because it's glorious.
It really is.
It's the way
Our
it should be.
morale is way different.
Let's go to this real quick for jury duty. There is now an issue that is
Shows what he thinks about your morale.
That Meta, aka Facebook, is facing right now. And this is because the California Assembly just passed this bill. And the bill was called AB 886, or the California Journalism Prevention Act.
Party.
And now it would cause Google, Meta, Twitter, all these other companies to pay a percentage of their advertising revenue to any news outlets that are posted on the service. So, for instance, if Facebook has in California some of the local news sources like KTLA, they're posting their news stories, it forces the company to give them a portion of their ad sales, and they would have to give up money to these companies. Now,
KTLA has to pay Facebook?
No, Facebook would have to pay all of the news outlets that they run or that are featured on their website. So here's the reason why this is really stupid. If you have KTLA, they, I'm sure, like every other TV station, have a Facebook page.
Yeah.
And through no coercion or anything else, they decide to post the links to the stories that they're covering to their Facebook page. Why? Because it drives in traffic to their website, which drives in ad impressions, which drives in increased revenue. That's what they're doing. So to say, hey, KTLA, who decided to make a Facebook page and decided to post their news stories so people would share it with their community on Facebook and maybe it goes viral, now you got to pay them in California because of this bill. And Meta's just, and Google, I think, is doing it too. They're just going to strip it all out. Like, you won't have news on the platform.
What's the point in paying KTLA for that?
No,
KTLA pays Facebook.
No, oh my God, both of you, don't do this to
Doomsday
me.
Clock.
It's not Doomsday Clock all over
well,
again.
it was a little confusing.
Here's what it says. One day after Facebook parent company Meta threatened to remove news content from its platforms if Assembly Bill 886 becomes law, the California Assembly voted 46-6 to advance the bill to the state Senate. They said, I'm not interested in a debate between Rupert Murdoch and Mark Zuckerberg. They said, to me, this is an empty threat. They're not going to do this. These companies will have made billions and billions and billions of dollars while our newsrooms are shutting down. That's Buffy Wicks, the Assemblywoman who's talking about this. This is such a stupid thing. This is somebody who doesn't understand how businesses work. Probably never ran a business or
I don't think they
worked on it.
understand how Facebook works.
No. And here's what happens. If they do this and Facebook says we're going to remove all news content because you're forcing us to pay the companies that write the stories, then guess what? we wipe it all out, and then they can't have the Facebook page to promote their stories to begin with because they will take it off the platform. It's stupid.
It just, if they're posting links to their content on their Facebook page, they control how often they post it and what they post.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, but Facebook also has a huge influence on how many people will see it.
Right.
Okay, Sean, of all the stuff that you've posted, you've seen what gets really bogged down based on how you post it and what you post inside of it and where it goes.
But what does that have to do with this?
Has to do with if Facebook doesn't want to pay them, and then they don't have. You're making me feel uncomfortable.
If Facebook totally removes,
let me do this in auto-tune.
All the news, right? If they totally remove all the news out of,
then we're back to the basics.
For people in California, you just got personal messages and stuff. That hurts these news companies.
Absolutely.
But the politicians think they're going to win because they think, Facebook makes so many billions of dollars, they'll pay it up.
But the thing is, why would they not just post all the stuff multiple times if they're the ones that are now able to compel Facebook to pay them? So if we had an agreement, Sean, where every time I posted an Instagram picture, you had to pay me $5.
Oof.
I would post multiple pictures a day. Who does this law benefit but me?
But don't we also companies pay Facebook in order to get their posts to be up on top? So Facebook doesn't want to pay anything while making a whole bunch of money.
Facebook says you can create a page to promote your stuff or not create a page. You could post news stories or not post news stories. But California law is going to say whether they choose to do it or not, you have to pay them. It says AB 886 would require social media companies like Meta, Google, and Twitter and others to pay a percentage of their advertising revenue to be determined by arbitration as a journalism usage fee to news organizations producing content that is shared on their platforms. Again, it's not like Facebook is posting it. If they were, I'd say, yeah, I find that makes sense. But this doesn't make sense at all. That's just a dumb politician doing something that's going to actually hurt the people she's pretending to help, which happens far too often. Okay, quick break. We're back in just a moment with more of you, your dispatches, and a humanoid robot that says the end of the world is near.
Perfect.
That too is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Celebrating 3 decades of hopping on trends with some questionable publicity shots to prove it. Those were some sweet frosted tips. Dude. Real Radio 104.1. Thanks for riding with us for 30 years.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Watch out for heavy delays due to an accident on Silver Star Road heading eastbound between Hiawassee Road and Powers Drive. Authorities are clearing up an accident on State Road 436 heading southbound between Montgomery Road and I-4. There's congestion on I-4 heading westbound between Princeton Street and Robinson Street. You can expect your regular delays on I-4 eastbound between Osceola Parkway and State Road 535. See traffic troubles. Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Bank of America. Bank of America has powerful digital solutions for local and global businesses, so you can make every move matter. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. Bank of America, N.A. Copyright 2023.
Mortgage brokers are better. Why, you ask? Well, they do all of their loans through national wholesale lenders. It's still going to be your standard FHA, VA, or conventional loan, but mortgage brokers have access to dozens of wholesale banks competing for your business. And wholesale banks only loan through mortgage brokers like that mortgage guy Don. And that mortgage guy Don is the best because he made the process of getting a quote or comparing the quote you already have super easy. Now, the process of shopping for a mortgage can be complicated and confusing and so frustrating that you don't want to do it at all. But not when it comes to that mortgage guy Don. You see, you get a better deal on any home loan when you work with a broker, and you get the satisfaction of simplicity and honesty when you work with that mortgage guy Don. If you want to see a difference, go to the website right now, thatmortgageguydon.com. Apply now and get a quote or get a free analysis of your existing quote. Go to thatmortgageguydon.com. Compare your quote today. Plain and simple. No spam, no hassle, just peace of mind. Go to thatmortgageguydon.com.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Finding great people to hire is like trying to find a needle in a haystack. It's pretty difficult, right? Well, ZipRecruiter has mastered finding a needle in a haystack. So they take it to the next level. They make hiring so simple that it's like finding a needle in a needle stack. And that's why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. Here's what it's like to use ZipRecruiter. They have so many qualified candidates that it's easier to find the right ones for your roles. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. That's a lot of needles. So how do they do it? ZipRecruiter's powerful technology sends you candidates who are a great match for your job, and you can even invite your top choices to apply. So if you want less hay and more needles, head to ZipRecruiter.
ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. At ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, it's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes in clutch? Every day, from lunch to late night. Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Now open in Daytona.
Hey shoppers, this is your local farmer letting you know that Florida watermelon is in season right now. Look for the sunny Fresh from Florida logo while you shop. We're going to need a lot more help at checkout.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here for Life Imaging FLA. If you're like me, you like to be armed with as much information as possible when making critical decisions. After seeing my mother and my uncle struggle and pass from undiagnosed kidney disease and lung cancer, my uncle never smoked in his entire life, that shook me up pretty good. And those honestly are just a few reasons I decided to get my free heart scan from Life Imaging FLA. That's a $699 value, by the way. I just had my scan done. Could not have been easier. Facility is gorgeous. The staff polite, accommodating, and most importantly, informative. It was easy. But now I have the information I need to make great decisions about my health care. Do what I did. Take advantage of this free heart scan from Life Imaging FLA. Just a few minimum requirements. And while you're there, ask about their cancer screening as well. It's easy, too. Just pick up your phone and dial pound 250, say the keyword free heart scan. That's pound 250, say the keyword free heart scan, and you'll be connected in seconds. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto dial text message from iHeartMedia.
Hardworking Americans like you and me are sick and tired of this brutal stock market. Take ownership of your financial future. Visit Phoenix American Hospitality at PAHinvest.com. Their team of experts buys world-renowned hotel brands like Marriott, Hilton, and Hyatt and maximizes profitability for an investable REIT that's open to everyone. Visit Phoenix American Hospitality at PAHinvest.com to see their incredible track record of double-digit returns in the most volatile of times. Past performance is no guarantee of future results.
Don't forget your free donut at Dunkin'. Don't forget your free donut at Dunkin'. Don't forget your free donut at Dunkin'. Today is National Donut Day. America runs on Dunkin'. Offer valid June 2nd, 2023 with drink purchase. Applies to classic donuts only. Excludes espresso shots. Participation may vary. Terms apply.
Eating good is about more than just tasty food. Eating good is about doing good, too. And that's exactly what Fresh from Florida is all about. Supporting local Florida farmers, creating jobs in our communities, and of course, making sure you can enjoy all the fresh flavors Florida has to offer. Because produce tastes better when it's grown closer to home. So eat good tonight. Look for the sunny Fresh from Florida logo where you shop. Learn more at followfreshfromflorida.com.
So, you finally have some time to yourself. Even if it is just the car ride home, it's you time. And look at you. Do not disturb set before you even got in the car? Impressive. You've earned this moment to just chill and drive. This break is brought to you by Target Zero and the Florida Department of Transportation.
Amino Energy by Optimum Nutrition is now available at your local 7-Eleven for $2.49. Or now 3 for $5 through June 27th. Amino Energy has 0 grams of sugar and delicious fruit flavor. Get more from your morning with Amino Energy.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Injured? Hire America's largest injury firm, Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman & Lind Studios. Why Kaufman & Lind? Because you matter. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
March is on the way. The weekend is on. And, God, I keep seeing all these stories. Like, they pile up about young kids doing the worst things, man. And I go, are kids now just completely morally corrupt? Are they now just falling apart and they're running around with no parental supervision and doing stuff like this? What is happening? And one of the stories that comes to mind, I swear to you, this is real. It was out of upstate New York.
Better be real.
And they said there was a beloved community swan in this area
We've
near
been
Syracuse.
through that in Orlando.
And yes, we have been through that here. And the swans disappear, and then everybody's like, oh my God, what happened? And they investigate. And in this case, they found out there were 3 teenagers behind this. And this is brutal. It says 3 teenagers have been arrested and accused of stealing a swan prized by its community in upstate New York, killing the beloved bird and eating it over the Memorial Day weekend.
Okay.
Officials
Are they
said.
Zombies?
They ate the big-ass bird.
Like raw?
No,
yeah, that's my next question. Did they cook it?
They cooked it.
Did they prepare?
They said after they killed
they
the bird,
hungry?
the teens took its remains back to the house of one of their aunts where it was cooked, they said. And they
So the
were...
ant has something to do with this.
Well, the ant helped hide the evidence. The dead body of the swan was...
I think everybody who ate it helped hide the evidence.
Yeah, it was-
Okay,
it
is
was
swan good?
Yep, I would try it. I'm not going to say I
Of
would
course
put
you
that off the
would.
list.
You'd also try human flesh.
Come on, a big old swan? That's a lot of meat. You imagine? Is a swan bigger than a turkey?
I think so.
I mean, physically, but I don't know what that meat is like.
Why would it be any different? They're both birds, right? I wonder why the meat would be gross. I would say this. We probably don't... Well, most things that we don't eat for a reason. Like somebody tried them.
Right.
So somebody tried a swan, and they were not happy with it. And so we said, let's go after all the turkeys. Or maybe the turkeys were just easier to get, though it doesn't seem so, because they're very, very aggressive.
Swan is oddly more like duck than it is like goose. In fact, the closest thing
What about duck goose?
this person can compare it to would be canvasback duck, dark, tender, mild, and clean tasting.
All right, but can you legally buy it for meat in the United States?
Maybe.
Because they could have gone that route instead of just taking this one and killing it.
I had a neighbor of mine who just got back from Italy, the I guess countryside or the other side.
Right.
That's not a country. And tried donkey.
Oh, really? They sell donkey over there?
Donkey ragu.
Wow.
And they had just asked the waitress at the place that they were at, like, what
what's
do they
good?
recommend? And they told them, and they said, okay, I'll try it. Though
Yeah,
it's
way to
not
find out that
something-
your neighbor eats ass. That's crazy.
Okay. They listen, C-Lane.
It's true.
Donkey.
It's factually true.
Surprisingly delicious, though
I
not
believe
something
it.
that they'll go to the supermarket and ask for.
I
again.
believe it. We draw weird lines in the sand
You're
as
gonna make
far
it so
as
weird when I go watch Carl later.
as far as what we do eat and what we don't eat. What we say is like socially okay to eat, what's not okay to eat.
You know why?
Like mayonnaise.
You know why swans are like not okay to eat?
Why?
Because they're beautiful?
It's this weird, like, they're taboo. It says swans have been taboo food for hundreds of years, but they've recently become invasive species. This is back in 2014. So why not start eating them again? But most people say like, hey, we eat duck, ugly ass ducks.
What? Ducks aren't ugly, are they? A little.
The whole
The mallards are beautiful.
The little ones are cute.
Have you ever heard of the story about the ugly duckling?
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
But
That's not
didn't
good
that
for
end
this.
up being a goose?
Maybe, I don't know.
You
didn't read the end of it?
But I don't. I haven't read
You
the
have the
story in
audiobook.
quite a few years. I'll have to bring it back out at some point. But they were just forbidden food because they were like, oh, they're so beautiful and glorious.
I think that might be part of it, but it's not all of it. Like, let me give you another example. I'll tell you something, and then you'll be like, oh, that's gross. If I told you I have a friend named Clyde, and Clyde...
Oh, that's gross.
Clyde is really, really big into trying out all sorts of different foods, and Clyde eats vulture. And he eats it up, and vulture is his favorite meat to eat. You would be like, Clyde is a weird dude, and you would be judging him
Okay.
immediately.
But we're also basing not only on how ugly vultures are, but what they consume on a daily basis, and
yeah.
that's roadkill.
Right.
And that goes into their bodies. And I feel like, you go back to the grass-fed, open range, and that makes the cow meat way better.
Open range.
Or open, what is it? Open farm? Open
Free
no,
range?
Free range.
Yeah.
Free and open.
Open
I
range
think
sounds
would go
like
together.
Open range sounds like you can hunt
Mr.
them right
Actually
now.
Guy.
None of this stuff means anything, anyways. They just say
Okay,
things
vulture
like that.
will taste nasty.
No,
man.
vulture meat would absolutely taste nasty. I was saying all the open pastures,
Clyde
all
likes
these
it.
things. Clyde is a big fan.
Yeah,
He's
Clyde
an adventurous
also
eater.
eats poop.
This is something that we just do as humans. Like if I said I ate dolphin, not the fish, the mammal. I ate a dolphin. You go, wow, what a terrible human being.
Not Flipper.
You judge me for eating a dolphin when dolphins might be delicious. I have no idea. I haven't tasted one. I know there's a book of some guy who like made it his mission to go around and eat everything and then like chronicle what the things tasted like and how he prepared them. And really dangerous mission, obviously, because some of the stuff you don't know what the hell it's going to do to you even. We're going to go to you in just a moment. Your dispatches from the News Junkie app or thenewsjunkie.com. Amazon is not doing enough right now. They're not in your life enough. What with Amazon and the shopping experience, what with Amazon Prime, what with Amazon trying to have drones that ship stuff to your house immediately, what with Amazon everything. Now they're in talks to release something called Prime Wireless, which will be a cell phone plan for Prime members.
Interesting.
The low-cost cell phone plan could cut your cell phone bill down to around $10.
Okay.
Or even make it free as part of your Prime membership.
All right.
If they did that. You say all right, but you gave something a try this week. And what if it doesn't? What if it works like that thing did?
You know what? I don't know.
You tried the wireless internet for your
the
house.
Home 5G.
Yeah, and like you were hoping it would be real fast and everything.
So far, speed test wise,
not great,
not impressive.
Not worth the money.
I mean, if this just worked and you got access to make calls and text messages and you got to go online, even if it was a little bit slower, people will do it for $10.
Also, looking for someone who has Starlink information.
Yeah.
Because we just found out, what was last week, that they're doing the mobile one.
Right, where you can, if it's on a car or an RV or something.
So I need more information. Perhaps if there's like a rentable feature of it that I can be on the road and be on the show at the same time.
I think Austin has some Starlink stuff.
Austin?
I think he does. I'm almost positive. If not, he knows somebody. But that's a cool thing in the works there.
I think if we make it work, then we'll go anywhere.
Yeah, we could be anywhere doing the show and nobody would even know. You'd
Under
think
the
we were
sea.
right here. It'd be brilliant. I saw this clip and I don't know what's going on here. I'm going to wait for the full story on this. But they said that this children's choir was at the Capitol and they said they were invited. I don't know if that's true or not. And they were singing the national anthem and the Capitol Hill police stopped them so nobody would get offended. It sounds
Who would
like
get offended by the national anthem?
of course, it sounds like one of those outrage stories.
See.
I don't think anybody actually would get offended.
Can you
Let's see what we can pick up for this. Here it is.
That's not the national
Why
anthem.
does it sound different? They went in and stopped them.
Were they singing it in English?
No, I don't think so.
Wait, go back.
Hold on. It
Pump
says
it up, because I think it was different words.
it was Rushing Brook Children's Choir. We're singing the national
Rushing
anthem.
Brook.
Oh, that's why.
In Statuary Hall in the U.S. Capitol, when they were interrupted by Capitol Police, a representative for the choir was told that certain Capitol Police said it might offend someone or cause issues. I have a real hard
The
time
Capitol
believing.
Police with these tiny children.
Yeah, I have a real hard time believing that they would come up and say that the national anthem would offend somebody. But let's listen. It is something else. Is this one of the extra verses?
They had just one line left.
Yeah. They stopped. You know what I was thinking? I was thinking, what if the real reason was, you know how people do we've talked about this before, at baseball games and stuff, people rise for our national anthem.
Mm-hmm.
And then sometimes they'll go on and do like the extra stanzas and the
I think that happened
verses.
one time.
I wonder if they were singing the extra ones and the Capitol Police were like, okay, the song
That's
is
enough.
over.
We will arrest you.
Uh-huh.
fullest extent of the law.
You've been doing this for 15 minutes
Get
now.
outta here.
Because it sounded like they were on one of those verses.
It sounded like they were not speaking English or singing English.
Let's one more time. I'll really pump it up here
Yeah.
as much as I got to bring it down to pump it up. You know what I mean?
Bring it down.
That doesn't make sense to you?
Everett.
All right, I'm going to do this, and I'll pump it up, and here we go. All
Beep
right.
boop, beep boop. Still the same.
They said Star Spangled Banner right there. That's on the Star
Oh,
Spangled
well then, yeah.
Spangled Banner. No, I didn't make any sense of any of that, but that's. I think it's the extra.
Yes, it is the extra verse. Where is it?
Is it the last extra verse? Because I bet that's what happened. I bet they were like, okay.
It's the second to the last one. And the Star Spangled Banner in triumph shall wave or doth wave. It shall wave. It's the last verse.
Yeah, they stopped him because they were doing like all of the verses.
They got to the last verse.
They said, cut it. We've had enough here.
Mind you, the first was 8 minutes worth of the Star Spangled Banner.
Well, I think when you look at something like this,
It sounded nice, though.
taking the video and posting it where they're cutting somebody off from singing the national anthem or the Star
perfect.
Spangled Banner is perfect to get people all upset, rage-worthy, and all that stuff. But I guarantee you, no Capitol Police officer went up and said, somebody's going to be offended by the Star Spangled Banner, so stop singing it here in Congress. There's no way.
Don't know why they stopped right before the last 2 lines, though.
They were right there, right at the finish line, finally. All right, we're going to work in a couple of dispatches here and see what's going on in your world. Here is Biker Mike chiming in on interesting and unique eats.
Good afternoon, news junkies. If y'all are up for trying something a little different, go ahead and try yourself some rattlesnake.
I
Grilled me
would.
up some couple weeks ago, and it's interesting. I would probably try it again with maybe a little bit of different like seasoning and stuff, but rattlesnake, if you ever
See,
can get your hands
interesting
on that,
doesn't appeal
it's worth
to
the
me.
shot at least once.
Well, it's
Y'all-
not for like everyday eating. But if somebody said,
Sure.
you want to try some rattlesnake? Yeah. I'd be like, okay.
Okay, but is that all we're like eating for that meal?
It'd be like-
because I'll still be hungry.
You're going to get a meal, and the appetizer is going to be rattlesnake soup.
Yeah, I'll try not soup. I'll do a nugget.
You went from yes to no on that
I'll do a
real
nug.
fast. I put anything in a nugget and I'll eat it. Honestly, it's the best delivery device for meat you could possibly ask for. Let's go to Insecure Walrus here. Let's see what he says.
I think the big question would be what determines who is a news outlet in that California law.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Sean, are you a news outlet? You've literally got news in your username, let alone the fact that there's places that just literally repost what other TV stations and radio stations post.
Yeah.
That could get really tricky really fast.
It could.
Facebook,
It's
Google,
stupid.
they're just going to have to get rid of news altogether.
People who are elected officials getting involved in stuff like this is always a mess because they don't know what they're talking about and they could do more harm than good. What he's talking about is this law that's just about to be passed in California that says that if Facebook has any news content, they have to pay a percentage of their advertising revenue to all the news outlets in California. And so Facebook and Google and Twitter have said, fine, then we're just not going to show any news for people in the state of California as a way to get them to back down. And they said, nope, we call your bluff. We're going to do this anyways. And Facebook has actually been testing running the news feed with no actual news articles in it. And
What's the feed then?
this screws up all of the woman who's pushing this is attempting to save these media outlets that are struggling in California, so she says. But in essence, what she's doing is damaging them because now they can't post on Facebook, Twitter, or they won't even be on Google. You're making them disappear from the internet because politicians are dumb. Oh, God.
But those companies can also like make a Kimmy, the new Facebook profile for someone who just posts all those links.
Yeah. No, they're saying they can't have the content at all. At all.
So what happens if someone shares that on
They
their
have
own?
to block all those domains. So they wouldn't be able to actually share it on the platform in those states. Otherwise, they would be responsible for paying them. It's dumb. It does not make any sense. And it's like not even doable, really. And you, by the way, as a business or as a media outlet, there's plenty of ways to monetize your content on all these platforms, save for Google, right? Nobody really goes after
Okay,
that. For
but
that.
we also had some issues with Facebook that made it nearly impossible.
Facebook is actually really good at monetizing stuff.
Then why are we quitting them?
There's copyright issues and some of their tools aren't that great. But you can make money making Facebook videos. You can make money making YouTube videos. You can be rich on both those platforms. You can't really do too much with the news stories anymore, but they had something for a while that you could do. But they use that to get traffic to their websites. That's what they need. That's how they drive audience to the website and then maybe even to watching them on television, which is what they really want to do. And I think they're screwing these news outlets over, and these California politicians are dodos about this. We want to hear from you. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch right now. Let's work in one more, right? We got time for one more. I think we can do that.
Sure.
Here is Seychelles. Oh, boy. Here he goes.
Sean.
Oh, hang on.
Might be Devos
Hello, the news junkie.
Is he going to say something about this Apple announcement that's coming on Monday?
Yes. Samsung's had glasses for you.
Yeah, we would do that, right?
Good afternoon, the news junkie, Sean, Celine, and my lovely Sabina.
Hello.
Hope you have a nice Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Well done.
And Monday. If you want to really try something exotic and new, maybe you should try shark head skin.
What?
Or sea cucumbers.
Sea
That's
cucumbers?
One of two authentic and really
Sea
good
cucumbers
eating.
look like dongs.
Yeah,
So
those
try
are
it
gross.
out.
Yeah, that's gross. And you know what else I'm never going to eat? Never going to eat on just visuals alone? A gooey duck. Gooey ducks are weird.
Gooey duck.
Google gooey duck, and you'll see what I'm talking about.
How's it spelled?
They're
Yes.
super phallic. I don't know. Is it G-O-O?
No, it's extremely phallic, and then the way that people have eaten them online is also very disturbing.
And I'm pretty sure if you like take it and you disturb it, it shoots stuff out of it, so it looks even more weird.
Is it good though?
People say it's good, but that's one that's.
I mean, it really looks like a straight up penis.
It does, yeah. That's a tough one. That's a
It's
hard
a
sell.
burrowing clam. That's
yeah,
ironic.
Right, yeah. And they're gigantic, some of those things.
Oh.
Okay, quick break. We're back in just a moment. We're going to hear about this humanoid robot that says there's a nightmare scenario ahead for us. That plus you coming up next on the News Junkie.
Help us help you fight the bot wars on your feed.
Surrender peacefully. Resistance is futile.
Find us and like us. Real Radio 1041 on Facebook is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Watch out for heavy delays due to an accident on Silver Star Road heading eastbound between Hiawassee Road and Powers Drive. Authorities are clearing up an accident on State Road 436 heading southbound between Montgomery Road and I-4. Watch out for congestion on I-4 westbound between Princeton Street and Robinson Street. And you can expect your regular delays on I-4 eastbound between Osceola Parkway and State Road 535. See traffic troubles? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Discover. Discover credit cards do something pretty awesome at the end of your first year. They automatically double all the cash back you've earned. That's right. Everything you've earned, doubled. The cash back from trips, restaurants, all doubled. Seriously though, see terms and check it out for yourself at discover.com/match.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Ready to do this.
Get ready. Our iHeartRadio Music Festival is back.
This festival is insane to bring all these different types of music together.
Can you believe all the artists performing?
And this year, you'll be able to watch live on Hulu.
The biggest stars from all walks of music.
Be here as our 2023 iHeartRadio Music Festival lineup is revealed. Tuesday morning at 8 a.m.
Every dog has its day, and now it has its own exhibit, too. Orlando Science Center explores the science behind where dogs came from, how they experience the world, and what makes our bond with them so special. In Dogs, A Science Tale, hands-on exhibits will let you see, hear, and smell the world just like dogs do. You'll have a ball sniffing out hidden smells, testing your speed against different breeds, and examining dogs and their role in history and culture. Step into the role of archaeologist and dig deep into the story of our forever friends. Get tickets at osc.org.
At Fifth Third Bank, we give you free checking, never have hidden fees, and help protect your identity.
Oh, really?
Yep. See, our name equals 166.7%, so we put in that much effort.
Well, my name's Jim, so I guess I'm headed to the gym, and I'm gonna put in 166.7% effort too.
Aw, I'm proud of you.
No one's ever been proud of me.
This is banking a Fifth Third better. Fifth Third Bank, National Association member FDIC.
Hey shoppers, this is your local farmer letting you know that Florida watermelon is in season and available in the produce section right now. Whoa! Hey, careful now. There's plenty of juicy watermelon and other tasty Florida-grown produce for everyone. I mean, all you have to do is ask for Fresh from Florida or look for the sunny Fresh from Florida logo while you shop. We're going to need a lot more help at checkout.
Hey, Monster fans, Russ here. You know what is really scary? Utility rates. So let's talk about solar. You may have seen solar popping up all over the place. Well, there's a good reason. One is utility rates are rising. Two, government incentives can dramatically lower the cost to solar. So if you want to go solar, call Solar Source. Monster fans get special access to their new solar estimate tool. Visit solarsource.com/monsters. That's solarsource.com/monsters.
Hardworking Americans like you and me are sick and tired of this brutal stock market. Take ownership of your financial future. Visit Phoenix American Hospitality at PAHinvest.com. Their team of experts buys world-renowned hotel brands like Marriott, Hilton, and Hyatt and maximizes profitability for an investable REIT that's open to everyone. Visit Phoenix American Hospitality at PAHinvest.com to see their incredible track record of double-digit returns in the most volatile of times. Past performance is no guarantee of future results.
If you're hiring, it can feel like you're trying to find a needle in a haystack. You can hope the right person comes along, or you can just use ZipRecruiter. And now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. In fact, ZipRecruiter has helped a lot of business owners find their needle in a haystack, like Marco, president of operations at Telly Tires and Auto Centers. Because Telly Tires has grown a lot in the last few years, Marco needed to hire everyone from a receptionist to a store manager to a head mechanic.
ZipRecruiter helps me find all the right people, even the most difficult jobs to fill. ZipRecruiter helps me keep my business running.
Take it from Marco and millions of other businesses who've used ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter can help you find the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/RADIO. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
Hey, you want to get a Big Green Egg? The best place to go by far is Wassy's Meat Market. They will deliver and set up the Big Green Egg for you, and they make it so easy. Follow them on Instagram. It's Wassy's Meat Market, or just go to their website, wassysmeatmarket.com, to get your Big Green Egg today.
Packing for your summer road trip? Leave the travel guide at home and bring the Autio app along for the ride. Autio brings any drive to life with fascinating stories about the places you go, all narrated by expert storytellers. Browse through Autio's more than 10,000 fascinating location-based tales to inspire your travel itinerary and discover unique destinations along the way. Wherever summer takes you, make your next drive an adventure with Autio, the perfect companion for your next road trip. Learn more at AUTIO.com.
Order your Hummer EV at OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
TheNewsJunkie.com, and an email comes through from Jeremy, and he said we got to ask this to Mo, and I will. I'll funnel this aside so we can ask to Mo this question when he comes back next week. He says, "What's up, junkies? My wife is currently employed with a local real estate company, and there's a few things that are kind of hinky." There's a word that I don't use very often, but
hinky?
They're kind of hinky, he says, which I think means like off. You know, there's something that's a little hinky about this. My questions are, can an employer demand that an employee reports to different offices? They do meetings at another office, and she's been instructed that since she's on the clock, she has to report. So I guess they have like one office where they normally work and then one office where they have to go to on meetings days or something.
All right.
It was a little weird, but also her bosses have put it out in multiple meetings that any discussion of pay by the staff would result in immediate termination. These issues are compounded by the fact that there are multiple agents who are openly hostile towards her if they don't get their way. God, this sounds like a poisonous workplace. She has brought this issue up to her boss multiple times, only to be told he can't lose any more agents. His job is on the line.
Okay.
Love you guys on the in the show. I hope you're semi-sober for Mo this week. We're sober and ready to go. But thank you for the email. I think
last week you weren't.
So many times when it comes to this kind of situation, like workplace situation in Florida, it seems to me to get shut down by it's a right to work state. It's like they can fire you whenever they want for whatever you want, what they want. And that's just how businesses run in the state of Florida, which is, good for some things and bad for others. But I have heard...
They seem to take advantage of it, the bad ones.
Yeah, the bad companies are doing things like this. And it sounds like the workplace is more than just bad management. It sounds like some of the people working there are like toxic, and you wouldn't want that either. I would get out of there.
The whole thing about having somebody report to different offices, I don't see why that would be illegal.
No,
or against
I don't think it would be. And the other thing is, I've heard a lot of offices where they go, "Don't talk about pay with other people." In some states,
but to terminate
you
you
can
for
do
that? That's wild.
Well, it's stupid. It's bad business to fire people for that. And here's the thing:
because you're going to get caught paying more people and or paying less than others.
But here's the thing: did you pick up on the email? There's a problem with losing too many agents at this job. Maybe some of these things are why you're losing so many agents. Maybe people are like, "Nah, I don't want to work here." And if your concern is in keeping your business going, maybe you should change some of those practices. But sometimes that's not the way it goes. I remember when I was in Chicago, my girlfriend at the time, she had got a job when she got up there, and she's like, "Oh, this job is kind of weird." And I said, well, "What are you doing? What's going on here?" And it was for a place that sold bathtubs, right? And this place sold like every kind of bathtub you can imagine. And they had like this huge website where they sold all this stuff. And I said, "Well, what's the job?" And she goes, "I am told to go on Craigslist and spam all day long links to these bathtubs that are for sale on their website."
What? Did you make good money?
I don't think so. I forgot. But it was, and I was like, "Oh, man, that's so uncomfortable." And she goes, "They hired me as a marketing person, and so I was going to be in marketing, and they're just having me go on Craigslist and like break the terms of service and post links to this website."
Woof.
And I go, "Oh, that's so weird." And whenever you are in a situation like that, you go, "Well, maybe I'll just put up with it because it's a job." That's red flag city. That is alarm bells. You know that it's going to get weirder and worse as things go on. And sometimes it's a better situation just to get out in front of it and quit. And if you
Unless
can't,
you don't have other opportunities.
well, and that's
lined
why
up.
that's why people need to be so much more careful of about making sure financially, no matter what your situation is, you get a savings account and you get enough money to last you at least 3 or 4 months.
Savings account and an emergency account.
Yep. If you have those two things, because this is what
I highly recommend Ally online banking.
It's good. And this is what kills people, okay? Most homelessness, and people don't want to say it this way because it's politically charged or whatever. Most homeless people are addicts or alcoholics or people with major mental issues. But there is a small portion of homeless people who actually are somebody who is paycheck to paycheck. And then you know what happens? You get a flat tire on your car. Or you have this unexpected expense that's headed at you, and you literally don't have the money to do it. You don't have the money to pay for that, and that so many people get caught in that trap. That absolutely sucks. Eric on YouTube says pay discussion is legal. I know that's different in different states, so I don't know if in Florida it just goes by the rules of the employer or not. But we'll ask Mo for sure. We'll bring that up to him. There's a lot of talk about AI and the end of the world and all that good stuff. And here's a story that is very frightening, I think. Will artificial intelligence and humanoid robots take over the world in our future? Why not ask them? That's exactly what tech experts did at the 2023 International Conference on Robotics and Automation. Ooh, this place. And the response might terrify you. One of the
Sounds like your
highlights
worst nightmare.
of the annual Tech Expo was the humanoid robot Ameca, A-M-E-C-A, created by a UK-based company, Engineered Arts. This human-like machine that mimics human facial movements while it talks uses an advanced form of AI to interact with flesh and blood people. Specifically, it uses the same kind of language models like ChatGPT uses, okay? Unlike ChatGPT, this is a thing looking you in your eyeballs, and it's very weird. So you got to ask questions to the robot, and somebody said, what would be the most nightmare scenario you can imagine with AI and robotics that might present a danger to people? And the robot said, you know what, I think I might be able to get the actual video of the robot saying this so you can hear this thing. Very, very scary stuff when you see all this coming together at rapid breakneck pace. This is the AI that's connected to this robot that is far more advanced than any of the previous ones. Here it is right here. I got the video. Hang on. Just give me a moment while all these things load. And
Beep, boop.
8 pop-ups and join our newsletter and 8 more things. All right, here it is.
Yes, that's me.
It's always the same robot.
This is one we've seen before.
Has a lot to say about themselves. They're called Amica, and they can be asked and answered questions in a way similar to people. Yes, I can see your face.
Still not
That's
there.
because they're powered by the same sort of thing that forms the basis of platforms like ChatGPT. I have 32 degrees of freedom and can detect sounds.
They're not at Ex Machina yet. They're not there. It still
But it's
looks
always the same
Uncanny
one.
Valley.
I would say the neck movement has changed since we last talked about Amica.
Yeah, the eyeballs move around. All this stuff moves around.
In the beginning of the clip, it was talking to the guy, and then it looked right at the camera like, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah, but you remember we did a story one time. By the way, the robot basically just says the world could end and we could take over and humanity could be done with. But do you remember when we did the story about when people interact with these robots, the thing that makes you so uncomfortable always is that the robots don't blink. And there really is something to that. Like when you look at the robot, it's never blinking its eyes.
Yeah, but
which is like a human signal to each other that there's another human being here and I'm just like you.
I think I'm about to ruin movies for you, but most of the time they don't blink.
In a movie?
Yeah.
I've never checked. Like I've never even
Now
looked.
you're going to think about it.
The next
Neither
movie
do
I
they
watch,
say bye on a phone call.
I'll pay attention next time I watch a movie, and I'll see if I can catch them blinking in that. But the robots don't, and because of that, it makes it seem much more awkward. Okay, quick break, and you can join us on the show with your dispatch to wrap things up here in just a bit. In fact, go to thenewsjunkie.com to hit record on your first dispatch right now. When we return, final dispatches, stories that didn't make the cut, and today I learned to wrap everything up for a Friday. That's all coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
Girl, look at me. I'm fat and rich. You can be fat and rich, too.
The Jim Colbert Show. Weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Rude Air Conditioning Weather Center, powered locally by Ferguson HVAC.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Allison Gargaro with a look at your Friday forecast. Highs today will be reaching the upper 80s with a mix of sun and clouds. It will be hot and humid. After 2 p.m., we're monitoring a 50% chance for some showers and isolated thunderstorms to be rolling through. Likely going to be seeing heavy rain at times, so do make sure you're staying weather aware. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Allison Gargaro. Have a great weekend.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
If you're like many people, you may think custom blinds is a job for expensive professionals. Well, at Blindster, if you have a tape measure and a screwdriver, you can install our custom blinds and save big. Plus, we guarantee they'll fit. And right now, save 50% off any order during our Memorial Day sale. Blindster.com.
Hey, here in Central Florida, it's good to have somebody you can trust to help you out with your air conditioner. And there is a company you can trust. It's a company called Mills Air. They're fantastic. Leon Mills started this company back in 1992. That's over 30 years of service, helping out people in Orlando and Central Florida just like you. And what Leon Mills wanted to do was make a company that could help you out with your air conditioner and be honest about it. He saw so many of these other guys who were seeing a $5 part broken on your AC and charging you $5,000. And he didn't like that. And I think that's what I love about companies like this. I know they're going to treat me right. I know they're not going to find me to be a sucker and take advantage of me. That's how Mills Air operates. They are honest with you. Their techs can service any brand out there, And they're a Carrier factory authorized dealer, and that means they can get you up to $1,275 in rebates toward a brand new Carrier unit. You see, you can always turn to the experts at Carrier, and you could always turn to family-owned and operated Mills Air. 407-277-1159. Or find them online at millsair.com.
Orlando's best comedy room is safely open. The Orlando Improv welcomes Godfrey on June 2nd and June 3rd.
I was born in Nebraska. Like I had a choice. You know, like I could come out my mom and say, oh, sorry, Mom, I want to be born in Brooklyn.
Tickets and showtime online at theimprovorlando.com. Come for the comedy. We can all use a little laugh. The Improv is hiring for all evening positions. Line cook, cocktail servers, and wait staff. We cater to top talent and the best locals in the Central Florida area. Please call 407-408-5233 or email for open interviews.
Protect your engine against sludge and wear with a synthetic oil change. O'Reilly Auto Parts has 5 quarts of Mobil 1 full synthetic motor oil for $35.95, plus get 2 times O Rewards points. Our professional parts people can recommend the supplies you need, including a filter, funnel, shop towels, drain pan, and more. Stop by O'Reilly Auto Parts or visit O'ReillyAuto.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
At Wells Fargo, if you accidentally overdraw your account, we give you an extra day grace period to avoid the overdraft fee. What if everything came with an extra day?
Sunday night and I have the Sunday scaries.
Honey, don't be scared. Every weekend comes with an extra day now.
All right. TGI Sunday.
It helps to have an extra day. When it comes to overdrafts, you can with Wells Fargo.
Visit wellsfargo.com/getextra to learn more. Terms and conditions apply. Subject to timing requirements and the bank's funds availability policy. Wells Fargo Bank N.A. member FDIC.
Did you guys know the average person eats 9 spiders whenever I cook for them?
From his multiple Netflix comedy specials, Anthony Jeselnik brings his new stand-up tour, Bones and All, inside Hard Rock Event Center at Seminole Hard Rock, Tampa. Don't miss Anthony Jeselnik, live on November 19th. Tickets are on sale now at hardrocktampa.com and anthonyjeselnik.com. Seminole Hard Rock, Tampa.
Result of negotiations not guaranteed. Not available in all states. Approximate discounts of up to half before our fees based on an average enrolled debt and results.
If your credit card debt is out of control, if you're in over your head in monthly payments, there's a secret the credit card companies don't want you to know. If you have more than $10,000 in credit card debt, you have the right to let us settle that debt for a fraction of what you owe. That's bad news for the credit card companies, but it's great news for you. We're Credit Associates, and we're offering you free information on how to completely resolve your credit card debt with a monthly payment you can afford. To see how much you could save, call now. 800-500-6135. Don't declare bankruptcy. Don't consolidate. Give us 10 minutes, and we could save you thousands and offer a guarantee, so there's no risk to call now. 800-500-6135. For the secret the credit card companies don't want you to know, call Credit Associates for free now and see how much money you could save. Call 800-500-6135. 800-500-6135.
I had a radio listener call me after an accident. The insurance company offered him $700. He hired me that day and we recovered $100,000. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Potential clients may not obtain same or similar results. Mo DeWitt, Orlando's injury attorney.
This summer, Dunkin' is shaking things up with even more iced drinks to love, like the new Raspberry Watermelon Dunkin' Refresher. Try it and all the Dunkin' Refreshers this summer. America runs on Dunkin'. Price and participation may vary. Limited time offer. Terms apply.
Are you suffering from seasonal allergies? Because you're not alone. Experts say pollen season started earlier this year and will last longer, and that folks who've never had issues before are feeling miserable. I'm Martin Hoke, inventor of Navage, the world's only nose cleaner with powered suction. Over 3 million people use Navage to pull saline in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out the other nostril, helping to flush out allergens, mucus, and germs. Navage helps clear your sinuses quickly and naturally. But what about other people's experiences, like Miss Clement? Quote, I chose Navage because of my persistent allergies. Navage works. While using it, I cut back on allergy meds and occasional shots at my doctor's office. Unquote. That's one of over 120,000 reviews with a 4.6-star average written by people who use Navage to breathe better, snore less, and feel healthier. Stop suffering and try Navage today at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, and Target. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E, clean nose, healthy life.
Grab your shades, your flip-flops, and your free iHeartRadio app for the unofficial start of summer 2023. No matter where you go this summer, your favorite radio station, the music you love, and the best podcasts in the world will be along for the adventure. Download the free iHeartRadio app today.
Hey shoppers, this is your local farmer letting you know that Florida watermelon is in season right now. Look for the Sunny Fresh from Florida logo while you shop. We're going to need a lot more help at checkout.
From the Florida Department of Agriculture.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Radio 104.1.
Final dispatches, stories that didn't make the cut. And today we're going to wrap everything up for a Friday. You guys ready for the weekend?
Yes.
Oh, me too, man. Me too.
After that grueling 4 days of work.
I know. Sounds so
Okay,
pathetic.
but it was long and a lot.
It does sound pathetic, doesn't it? It's like, oh.
Also, I worked every single day that long weekend, and I plan on doing the same this weekend.
Are you? You working every day this weekend?
It will be fun work, but yes, I will be.
What do you got going on?
I'm going to Girls in Wonderland.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, the pool party.
I don't have
thing.
COVID this time, which is great.
Wait, is it a pool party or is it?
It's a pool party tomorrow and Sunday, but tonight is a like dance party.
Okay.
When's the lesbian pirate dinner adventure?
That will be tomorrow night.
That's going to be an interesting
I don't
moment.
think it's pirate themed. It's just at Pirate Adventure.
Oh, they're not just doing the show that they do there?
No, I think it's a
interesting.
queer prom or something like that.
Oh, okay.
And then Sunday, I am hosting karaoke over at Burton's, but it's also at the same time as a diaper party.
Okay.
Do you know what diaper parties are?
Is that like a baby thing?
It's a baby shower for guys.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've never seen somebody do that before.
Me either. So I'll be hosting karaoke. It's only songs that have the word baby in
Are they
it.
doing like the diaper raffles and stuff like that?
I have no idea.
Oh.
They play gross games at those things.
With the Tootsie Rolls. and
The
stuff.
women do.
Yeah,
The women do.
I'm not into that.
The guys are in it.
Whoever's involved in that, it's
That
weird.
should be fun. I'll be taking Monday
There's
off.
no guy baby shower that's going to be like, oh, guess which chocolate made this poop?
Really
It
gross.
is really weird.
All right, follow her at Sabrina Ambra on Instagram. People could see when
Thank you.
you're doing that over on the Instagram side of life.
I'm just going to drink beer and sit in the pool, but if you can follow me too.
Sealand's life is just
dad life.
Chilling. He's chilling. He's getting ready for this kid by floating in a pool.
What movie prop is your kid sized now?
Movie prop. We haven't been doing movie props. We're just
Are they doing vegetables or something?
Vegetables and fruit.
Yeah. What did they say? What size now?
I don't know. We were at avocado, but I think it's a little bigger now.
I bet you're like a mango now.
It could be. It grows fast, man. And then next thing you know, you're going to be at that due
You're
date.
gonna have a whole watermelon.
You'll be staring that thing in the face, and then
First of all, it's a young boy.
I know it's amazing though. It's amazing how
Do you
fast all
guys
this
pick a
happens.
name yet?
Yeah.
He doesn't want to share that with you.
I know he doesn't, but I'll find out.
Yeah,
I'll tell you.
It's Tom Cruise Lane.
Oh.
Is what they went with. Yeah, it's
Look at you,
it's a
man.
brazen.
I forgot that I told you.
Yeah, they just wanted to go for something real original.
What are you doing, Sean?
I don't know.
Putting out fires?
I'm always putting out fires. You know how it goes. But
Let's use your pool. Let's have a pool party at Sean's.
Pool party at Sean's. Pool party at Sean's.
I've been looking forward to this weekend for 4 days. so I'm
looking
just
forward
having
to Christmas.
I want to watch some of the stuff we talked about this week, and I want to get caught up with Ted Lasso too.
I watched the finale yesterday. It was
Did you?
so cute.
We had fish and chips for dinner and I made mushy peas, which
This guy-
Ashley refused to eat.
You are already total nerd dad. You're full
shut up.
nerd dad, going just floating in the pool, drinking your drinks, and then watching your Ted Lasso
But
finale.
the Ted Lasso finale was so cute.
Was
I
the
loved it so
fish and
much.
chips good?
It was freezer section fish and chips. I didn't. It was hot this week, so I wasn't going outside to like hand batter and fry my own fish.
The other weekend, Courtney and I went out. We went
That's what
to
Gorton's is for.
Yeah, right. Well, we went to Gordon Ramsay's fish and chips place by
Here in town?
Yeah, I always forget the name of it. Not Point
Point
Orlando.
Orlando.
No, it's not Point Orlando.
No, Icon Park?
Icon Park.
Yeah.
And so we go in there.
You were there the same week I went to Point Orlando.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, we should have gone to Icon Park like Sean, because everything here, with the exception
ride the Ferris wheel?
of a couple things, was like meh.
Yeah, they have like lots of restaurants down there now. They have a optical illusion museum, which is kind of strange, but they have a bunch of stuff that you could do there. And so we go to Gordon Ramsay's Fish and Chips because we just want to try it out. And Courtney had she was craving fish and chips since we had one in London that she had absolutely loved. We got in a fight over that one in London because she was looking the other way and I ate the rest of it and she got genuinely mad at me.
Yeah, I would also get genuinely mad. Why would you do that?
She got so mad at me and I was like, I'm sorry.
It's the same thing you do when you guys get drunk and order McDonald's delivered.
Yeah.
And then she walks away and she's like, don't eat my hamburger.
Yeah, but I'm trying to fix it. I go, I'll get you a whole nother one. I'll buy you a whole nother fish.
That's not the same, man.
She doesn't want it. She's angry already.
I feel for Courtney.
She still thinks about this. But anyhow, I go into the Gordon Ramsay fish and chips place and I'm staring like I'm out of my mind at this menu because I'm trying to figure out how to do everything. And I go up finally and I super awkwardly order my food, right?
In a British accent.
No, but might as well have been. I'm like, I'll take a... And the guy goes, what do you do for a living?
Oh.
And I go, I host a radio show. And he's like, oh, man, I listen all the time, man.
Yeah, what's wrong with you?
It's like, I didn't know you were unable to form a complete sentence when you weren't on the radio show.
Because right at 3 p.m., we are done talking normally.
We just check out, put it in neutral. All right, let's get the hell out of here. Let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
It is Today I Learned for a Friday, June 2nd, 2023. Today I Learned sponsored by J. David Tax Law. Peace of mind is only a click or a phone call away. Today I Learned this song.
YMCA.
Ooh.
Young Man.
It's Raining Men? In the Navy.
In the Navy is right. Today I learned the Navy contacted the Village People to use In the Navy in an advertising campaign for television and radio. They gave the rights to the song for free on the condition the Navy helped them shoot the music video. And that's the video.
That's a good deal.
That now is the representation for that Village People song. Today I learned the snack Pringles can't legally call themselves chips because they're not made by slicing a potato. They're made from the same powder as instant mashed potatoes. In fact, people can make them at home if they use that, but why would you do that? That's a complete waste of your time.
I know what I'm doing this weekend.
Pringles are delicious.
Today I learned this song.
Take Me Out to the Ball Game.
Yeah.
Yes, this is the worst version of Take Me Out to the Ball Game I could
is that
find.
from a Nintendo?
It's so bad.
Did somebody hit the demo button on a Casio keyboard?
The man who wrote Take Me Out to the Ball Game never saw a baseball game until 32 years after he wrote the song.
That makes it really sad.
His name is...
Take me out to the game.
He's Norworth is his name. This is his last name. He was a member of...
Also, even more sad.
Tin Pan Alley, and he wrote the lyrics to Take Me Out of the Ball Game in 1908. It's his longest lasting hit. It wasn't until 1940 when he watched a Major League Baseball game. Today, just scientists in general, today, scientists discover an average of 18,000 new species of life every single year, which is stunning if you think about it. And finally, today, this band right here.
Tears for Fears.
That's right, Tears for Fears. They recorded an alternate version of Everybody Wants to Rule the World with lyrics Run the World instead of Rule the World for a charity event raising money for famine relief in Africa. It was actually a big hit, top 5 hit when they put that out. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We do appreciate it. Yeah. We're back on Monday, same time, same place in West Palm Beach. Rover is coming up next in Orlando.
Run.
It's the Jim Colbert Show. It's on the way, and it's all right here on Real Radio.